I'll call this Bang Bang.
Seriously?
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang. I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will call Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Wichita, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtle Boy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a friggin' idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Boys, go baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chop up the thing, it should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild, and you must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom. can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time.
Tick, tick, boom.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there tonight? Good? Good? Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We got to fix this little thing. That's going to annoy the shit out of me. Hold on. There we go. Oh, wait, no, then I'm disappearing. Okay. You know what? We'll just go with this, and then we'll do... This is never fucking... Get out of here. This is supposed to be a manicured lawn. All right, we're good. That's good enough. What's up, everyone? Welcome. This is the last show for a little bit. Going on vacation starting tomorrow. Jill Daniels knows where I'm going. I know that. She gets really, really mad when I go, where am I going, Jill? Where am I going?
Okay, no, you don't, because you're a fucking loser. Oh, I went to Truro because somebody gave me a thing.
Oh, because so somebody gave me a thing. So I'm going to Truro tomorrow, also known as a house. I'll be up in North Truro near P-Town. If you're in the Truro or Wellfleet or P-Town area, maybe I'll see you up there. I don't know. Kind of a late vacation, but better late than never. But anyway, what was I going to say? Okay, cool. So anyway, welcome to the show. Got a lot of good stuff going on here tonight. It's going to be a fun night. We got to talk about Grant because, you know, the trial, it's dying down a little bit. It'll pick up again soon. We're still waiting on Auntie Bev to get back to us with, you know, her findings about whether or not we're going to actually dismiss this case and have an actual trial. And by the way, outside, I'm in Southie right now. Outside, guess who I saw? You guys, guess who I saw when I was coming in here? I'm like loading all this shit up, moving the Turtle Boy studios. Guess who I saw out there? You'll never guess. Actually, I've seen this person in Southie before. And I wish I thought of something to say afterwards, and I didn't even think of it at the time. Who can guess? Josh Levy? No, it wasn't Josh Levy. Yeah, there we go. It was my guy Tristan. Tristan was there. I realized it too late. Meredith thinks she saw Caitlin Albert. I didn't notice. I'm like, I didn't. What? This guy walks by. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's Tristan. And then I'm like, oh, the joke was too late. I was gonna ask him what time it was, and then big. Oh wait, you don't know time. Something like that. But because that's like the ultimate, the arch nemesis of Tristan Morris is time. You can ask him anything else in the world. He'll know the answer to, you know, plowing snow, girlfriend's a pain in the ass, all that stuff. Just don't ask him what time it is. He will. He doesn't fucking know. I'm telling you right now, you're wasting your time if you ever ask Tristan Morris what time it is, because you already know the answer. He's the fourth toughest guy in Canton, moving up in the rankings, trying to, especially after we saw those Colin fight videos. He definitely moved up in the rankings in that world. So, yeah, guys. So anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, welcome to the show. If you're new here, my name is Aidan Kearney. On Facebook, I go by Clarence Woods Emerson. You can follow me on there. Give us a like, follow, whatever. I do morning bus stop lives. Once the fall comes around, I start doing those. But, you know, follow me on Facebook there. We also have a Turtle Boy Facebook page and a Justice for John O'Keefe and Karen Reed Facebook group. If you're still on Facebook, I'm on, you know, the gram. I don't run Instagram. I don't know how it works. Same with TikTok. We're on all that shit. I don't run any of it. I am on Twitter. That's like my big platform, my biggest one. So follow me on there. My nicknames, you can call me, old school Turtle Riders call me Uncle Turtle Boy. I prefer Doctor, you know, because if Jill Biden's a doctor, then fuck it, I'm a doctor too. So, and I prefer, you know, I appreciate all you people using my correct pronouns, you know, when I see in public and you're calling me doctor. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Also acceptable is Daddy. Still acceptable. You can call me that. I understand it's a little bit weird, so you're definitely not required to. But if you want to, I won't hold it against you. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp. And make sure you smash that subscribe button because we're getting close. We're up to like 9. How many subs do we have right now? I bet you there's like at least 100 people watching right now who haven't hit the subscribe button because we have 98,188. During the show the other night, we were like right below 98,000. And I'm like, I bet you we were like 10 below. And I'm like, we're only 10 away. And then next thing you know, we had like 100 more. I bet you if I refresh this in like 30 seconds or a minute, there will be a bunch more. Because how many people are watching right now on total? Let's see how many people total we got watching on these YouTube streets right now. We have 3,400 on YouTube. Okay. Whole bunch on Twitter. And how many Rumble Rats? We got the Rumble Rats going on over there. Let me see. Let me check my Rumble Rats. Oh, there's one Rumble Rat who will not be here. Steve Cote. We got to talk about that. Remind me to talk about Steve Cote. Let's see. Right now we have, 178 of you Rumble Rats. Awesome. Cool. So let me refresh this. How many are we up to now? 19. Oh, we just got 7 more. So we're really close to 98.2. We're getting close to 98.2. All right. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up afterwards. Hit the notification bell because you never know when we're going to do an impromptu. Because if I do a live while I'm on vacation, I might, do an impromptu, because it won't be scheduled. So, we'll see. Because I'm it's a vacation, but at the same time, it's like I'm still gonna have my phone. Like to me, going on Twitter and just fucking around is relaxing. Like that's what I do in my free time. Like when I'm working, my job is kind of fun anyway. So, but when I'm working, I'm out working on the streets, getting in people's faces. What they call witness intimidation now. It's all fake. It's not really witness intimidation. It's journalism. And by the way, did you guys see the new Scott Peterson documentary? Did you see the Lacey Peterson one? I started watching it last night. I fell asleep on part 1. I was kind of, think it was in 2002. Lacey Peterson was killed. And I was probably in college, so I wasn't paying attention to anything besides like where I was getting beer that weekend. But apparently, so I just assumed that Scott Peterson did it. I mean, that was the consensus. I won't lie. I didn't follow the case like at all. And now people are saying you should look into Scott Peterson. Well, relax. Okay. We're not going to put Karen Reed in the same box as Scott Peterson. He probably did it, right? I mean, let's be honest. We hit the refresh. Oh, we're getting close. But anyway, I bring this up because there was something really interesting on part 2 that somebody brought up. And I think I should share this with you guys. Check this out. That's it. All right. So this is from part 2. In Netflix, you can't like screen record, so you have to physically take a phone out and record it this way. I hope we don't get bumped. We're gonna get bumped. Is Laura watching this? Are we gonna get in trouble for this? Okay, it's a clip. Scott didn't do it. Kamala framed him. Wait, was she in charge? We'll see. Oh, and shout out to, I see Miss Shorty there in the comments. Go check out her stream. Give her a sub if you haven't already. I had a lovely conversation last night with her and the kangaroo, true crime kangaroo, Lily. Learned a lot about Australia, I feel like. And they're doing a Melbourne standout on Labor Day weekend. That should be cool. So give her a sub. I had a really good time on there. I had a good conversation with them. We got deep, man. We got deep. I talked about some personal shit on there, about jail and stuff like that. A lot of conversation revolved around that. So it was cool. Direct people to your Twitter might be risky. So here's I don't know how this works. Like, so Netflix owns their material, right? Like, and so like if somebody has shared a clip of this on on Twitter. right? And so if I share the video on here, will I get in trouble on YouTube? I don't know. But there's people out there just waiting to lock me up. So I'll just narrate it for you. Okay. So here's what happens. So just check out my Twitter. I retweeted this from an account. What was the account that tweeted this out? It was at Louise 873-68774. What is with you people that pick like a million numbers on your Twitter accounts? Like, why would you do that? It's so hard to like tell people what your Twitter account is when you use that, but just fair use it. I don't know if you can fair use Netflix though, and I feel like that's like an automatic strike. I feel like Netflix has like bots out that will, be all over that. So I'm not going to take a chance. Let me just narrate this real quick. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So they are outside. So there's a bunch of cameras outside of Scott Peterson's house in episode 2. And this is before he's been arrested or charged. I don't know how long between Lacey Peterson's disappearance and when he was arrested. But like during that time frame, everybody was kind of like, everybody looks at the husband and he's acting wicked shady. I don't know if he had been busted for having a mistress yet. He had this mistress, Amber Fry, I think her name was. But I'll narrate kind of what happens here from Louise's account. All right. So there's a bunch of cameras outside. And there's a reporter, and Scott Peterson gets out of his truck. He's in his house. There's all these reporters outside his house. He gets out of his truck, and a reporter yells, "Hey, Scott. Scott. Hey, why don't you come and talk to us and tell us the truth?" This reporter's saying. And the reporter is on a microphone. He's on a megaphone, like me, the things that Ken Mello hates. He hates the megaphone. He says, "Why don't you come outside and tell us the truth?" This is almost word for word what I said outside of Juliana Nagel's house. Except I didn't no, this is like what they're doing is even more aggressive. "You're not fooling anyone with your phony story." That's what the reporter says. "Why don't you do the decent thing and tell the truth? Tell us where she is." Okay. So, that's what the yell. So I'd like to point out, this is another thing we'll use in our case. Like, bro, this has been going on since the beginning of time. Those people, Scott Peterson was not a defendant at the time. And at the very least at the time, and even after he was arrested, Scott Peterson was a witness. Like, because criminal defendants are witnesses. If you allegedly killed the person, then you're a witness to it. Like, Karen Reed was on the witness list. Was she not? I don't even know if she was, but obviously she could have been called, right? And so when Grant Smith-Ellis or Jesse, what's his name? JLR, douchebag guy, prison boy, I call him. And by the way, Jesse, I just want to point out what a bitch you are, dude. You came one day and I punked you down and you ran a fucking way. You ran back to whatever fucking little hellhole you came from, you little maggot. Don't ever come back to Dedham. Ever. It's my city. It's my town, my state. Get the fuck out of here, JLR. Anyway, he tried it. He thought he could come here and like intimidate Karen Reed and intimidate me. And no one was impressed by his bullshit. So he just moved on. Like, he was expecting us to be like, "Get out of my face. Please stop." Like, that's what he's used to. And I'm just like, prison boy. Anyway, yeah. So like the Brian Laundrie clip, like they do that to him too. But Scott Peterson was a witness at the very least, because they're asking him, "Where's your wife?" Like, he's talking to police. He's a fucking witness. And these people are outside and he hasn't been arrested yet. And they're yelling, "Tell us the truth." That's how I view the McAlberts. The same way those reporters view Scott Peterson, I view the McAlberts. I didn't view the McAlberts as witnesses. I view them as murderers, because they are. Like, they're fucking murderers. And they put this in my charging document. So let me say it again in case I wasn't clear the first 1,000 times I've said this. The McAlberts murdered John O'Keefe. They did. I don't know who delivered the fatal blow. I don't know how it started. I don't know all the details of it because the police didn't do their job and find out. But the McAlberts murdered John O'Keefe because it wasn't Karen Reed. And if it wasn't Karen Reed, it had to be the McAlberts because he was inside that house and then he was left on the lawn. How the fuck does that happen? Every single person who was inside that house is as guilty as the rest of them because they all lied. They all witnessed a murder and they covered it up. So fuck them all. Fuck them all. So for me to say, oh, Julia Nagel, tell the truth. Why don't you tell the truth? Nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to do that. She should tell the truth. She should. Everyone should tell the truth. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth. Juliana Nagel's a liar. She's a fucking liar. It's not my version of the truth. It's the truth. She didn't see a body. She didn't see a 6-foot black blob on the front lawn. Literally, no one believes that, Julie. No one believes that. It's like saying you're a fucking Abercrombie model, Julie. Nobody fucking believes that. Nobody believes you saw a black blob. Like nobody. Absolutely no one believes that. And personally, I don't know if she's a spiritual person, but like there is a spot in hell waiting for her. If she dies and this is on her conscience, a spot in fucking hell waiting for her. It's going to burn her fucking alive. And the witness and Bukkake ain't gonna save you from the devil, girl. He ain't gonna save you. All right. You know, Brian Tully is not gonna save you from Satan. He can't because he's gonna be joining you. Yeah, I hope you know that. They're all the friends and family. They're all gonna be in there burning, and your souls are gonna be there for fucking eternity. Unless somebody comes clean and tells the fucking truth. Because we all know what you did. We all know what you people did. Anyway, as I was saying, that's just how I view these people. That's how I view Jennifer McCabe. I never viewed her as a witness. The fuck? And they're just hiding behind it. I'm a witness thing. You can't criticize me. You can't protest me. You can't do all this shit. You can't be like, tell the truth. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's my my rant about that. Abercrombie Bagel, I see in the comments. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to have their message read out loud to the class tonight, you can do that by clicking at the link. It should be pinned to the top. Let me make sure it is. Let me follow. How many listeners we got now? Nice, 43. Yeah, it's pinned to the top, so you can click on that, and you can donate whatever amount of money you want and write a message. I will get that message in my inbox and I will read it out loud to the class momentarily. But before I do that, we just have to celebrate for a moment. Steve Cote is in jail. All right. Steve Cote, if you guys don't know, he is this guy who was like a super fan, if you will. He was like Stan, like weird. Like he started coming to like Karen Reed events and just looks so, he's like 300 pounds. Just looks like he never showers. He just looks like he takes a bath in bacon grease or something. Is no way to like. He's just disgusting, like a breeding ground for acne. There's no other way to describe how just hideous looking he is. And he's also a psychopath. And if you Google Steve Cote, the first thing that comes up, Steve Cote Leominster. Okay, he was from Leominster and. Let me show you this article that comes up. And I've never written about him because I don't want to give this motherfucker attention because he's just obsessed. He's like fucking crazy. So he ran for city council in Leominster when he was 17. Or 19, rather. Oh, that's making me fucking clergy sexual abuse? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Anyway, actually, I can probably... My apologies to Leominster. He wrote an apology to the city of Leominster. Oh, God, it's making me... Basically, there was another person he ran against, and he started just... Oh, no, he demanded to know who a person voted for and just wouldn't stop on Facebook. And when he does this, he just messages you all the time, and then the threats start. And he has been posting... He came to my parents' house in May and posted a picture outside there, and he's like, I am going to tell everyone on the street that his parents are pedos, and when my mom died, he said he was going to go down there and sing... And say, ding dong, the witch is dead. And I know he's responsible for that fucking turtle. The Worcester police are still investigating it. You know, they don't really give us details. It's got to be fucking him. No one, like, who the fuck else would do that? Anyway, a whole bunch of turtle riders have orders on him, including, I may be missing some people, but I believe Jennifer Altman definitely has an order on him. Suzanne had one at one time. Courtney Anderson has one on a, so maybe more. I don't know. Like Semolina goes back and forth with them. I don't think she ever got an order. Kyle goes back and forth. He's the hot dog water guy. He named him hot dog water. Like everybody's got an order on him because he doesn't stop. And when he gets the order, he doesn't stop. He just keeps tweeting at you. He makes 1 million accounts, and it's threatening. It's really disturbing, some of the shits he writes. And so finally, he got an order on Jennifer Altman, or Jennifer Altman had an order on him. And part of the order was he couldn't go on Twitter at all. And what does he do? Immediately goes on Twitter and just tweets at her and is like, I was told I can't make a Twitter account, and now I made one. LMFAO, haha, you'll never stop me. They read that tweet out loud in court yesterday because he had a warrant put out for his arrest, and he was arrested, and he spent the night in Billerica because Marlboro is in Middlesex County, and that's the county jails in Billerica. So he spent the night there, and then he got brought to Marlboro court yesterday, and I wish we could have taped it. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. His court-appointed attorney explaining why he shouldn't go to jail. His excuse was he applied for a job. He's unemployed, but he applied for a job at AutoZone, and he's waiting to hear back from them. And this is going to really hurt his chances of getting the job at AutoZone. And he has cats. So the cats, he needs to take care of the cats. I don't know who's going to take care of the cats now that Steve Cote's gone. Free those cats. Free Steve Cote's cats. Free Steve Cote's pussies. Get him out of there. But yeah, luckily, and then seeing the judge revoke the bail, and then seeing his fat ass walk out of there in shackles was so satisfying. And I hope he learns a lesson, because that motherfucker is scared. He's not a jail guy. And he's probably never been to jail. And this is all just internet fun for him. And he needs serious psychological help, and I hope this is a wake-up call. And when he gets out of there, because he'll just keep going right back. If he comes out and he starts with this tweeting bullshit again, he'll go right back. But yeah, so good job, everyone. Nice job, Jen Allman. All right, cool. Let me see here. Let me read some turtle chats before we get into the Grant stuff, because there's a lot of good Grant stuff here. All right, first is from Minda B, sends $5 and says, look, and George Anthony and reporters, they fought all the time and no one was charged. He was definitely a witness. Keep fighting. Look, and George Anthony. Okay, thank you very much. Grant needs to shut up, Shelley, sends $10, says, Google Massachusetts Superior Court jury instructions and click on the PDF. The supplemental instructions is proof drunk sex without incapacitation is not rape. Okay, thank you. So that's just Krusty Panties. They're getting really desperate. She made some tweet today. She just can't stop talking about me. They can't get me on anything else. So they're so low that they're trying the R word. I'm not even going to dignify it with response. Haley has put out all the information. I'm not even going to post about it because I'm not even jumping in the sewer with these people. But Haley has put out all the information if you're into that sort of shit. It proves 100% not only did nothing of the sort happen, but that when this individual, after the individual got Mirandized and was going to be charged with wiretapping, then all of a sudden she tried to save herself by throwing that word out there. And the police, she showed the police a video. The police watched the video, and they said in their report, that is not that word. So there's that. All right, thank you. Next up. Tammy Lee sends $10 and goes, hi, Doc. I sing your theme song all day. Can I download it on iTunes? Love from Rhode Island. I don't think it's on iTunes, but if it is, you absolutely can. Thank you. David sends $10, goes, can I come hang out with you and Meredith and Truro? I'll keep you safe from the Sharks and Jill Daniels. Enjoy the vacation, doctor. She doesn't come all the way out there. She's stuck in Falmouth. It's like a world away, Truro. But we're on the bay side, so the Sharks are really on the ocean side. And they're really down south. I mean, there were a lot of seals in P-Town. So that means there's going to be sharks somewhere. But we have an app for that. So thank you very much. But yeah, if you see me out there, say hello. Ashley sends $10 and goes, hey, Doc, just want to thank you for having Karen Reed shirts as I ordered mine yesterday. Also, I know you're going to get a lot into Karen Reed, which I love, but I just want to ask how yourself and Meredith and the little ones are going and coping with everything. I know you're all strong, but I felt the need to ask. Much love from Melbourne, Australia. Well, thank you, Ashley. I'm good. Getting day by day. I have my days where it's not as easy, but the kids are fine. They don't know any of this shit. I'm just their dad. You know what I mean? It's just like we play a lot of football this summer. That's what backyard football. Because I'm automatic quarterback, and one of them plays defense, and the other one plays offense, and so do a lot of that this summer, and go to the pool and all good, clean American fun, if you will. All right, but thank you very much for that one. Next up, John sends $5 and goes, "Are you going to show off your nipples during this year's Cape vacation?" Is that where it came last year from? Is because I'm walking on the beach and I saw Turtle Rider there, and she took a picture. And it was posted on social media, and I'm not wearing a shirt at the beach, so my nipples were showing. So I'm not sure if that's where the origin of the nips came from. But, there will be nips. So thank you very much. Closet Baby sends $10 and goes, I know you think the closet is bad, but I've seen worse places. Trust me. Free Karen Reed, free Turtle Boy, fuck Morrissey. Well, free the Closet Baby. Get out of there. Nicole sends $10 and goes, hi, Aidan. I'm a graphic designer in South Florida. I've been trying to get in touch with you to send some merchandise to support you in your upcoming legal process. I'm pledging to donate 50% of my profits to both you and Karen's legal funds. I had to get approval from Alan Jackson and David Gianetti to use illustrations of that I made. You're harder to get in contact with. You message me on Facebook. If someone can contact me on where to send a few pieces for you, thank you so much. Yeah, you can email me, turtleboysports@gmail.com, or Facebook me at Clarence Woods Everything. Thank you very much, Nicole. Steffi sends $10 and goes, Turtle Boy, you do slurp, but I find it endearing. Please don't stop. Well, I'll slurp just for you. I appreciate that very much. And shout out to Chris Montz who sent one yesterday. I don't know. Thank you for that one. I do have a couple Cash Apps here to read out messages. First up, we have Emmy sends $10 and goes, they did worse than you ever did. I'm not sure who they is, but thank you, Emmy. She sends $15 and says, not reporters, KFI LA morning show hosts John and Ken. Exactly. I mean, the First Amendment doesn't just apply to quote unquote journalists. So you can call me whatever you want to call me, but I have First Amendment rights no matter what. Thank you, Emmy. Sean sends $20 and goes, stand out at Legacy Place in Dedham 10 to 12 tomorrow. Be there or be square. Legacy Place, always a good standout. So thank you, Sean. Great guy. He's a Canton guy. And okay, cool. All right. If anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy. And we can do it that way. All right, cool. All right. Let me, so tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Grande. Keep it up, because we did a public records request into the town of Belmont. That's where he lives. All right. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't read all these yet, but we're going to read them all. All right. So let me open all of these goddamn, holy shit, there's a lot. All right, we're going to open them one by one like it's Christmas and read these. Okay. You guys ready? So Grant lives in Belmont with his mom, Wendy. And I've pulled up Wendy's probate court doc. She blocked me after this because Wendy's she's a big feminist, and she's on Court TV a lot. And feminists believe in what? Like female independence and, women can work and all that fun shit. But Wendy is just a leech. So her husband is a really successful attorney. And Wendy says in her probate court documents that she doesn't make any money off of her court TV appearances. So which we knew she wasn't getting paid. She just likes attention. So she just sits there, and her successful attorney husband, she just mooches off of him. And once the kids aged out and became adults, she wanted to keep that gravy train going. And she wrote all the shit in her probate court documents accusing him of calling a sex line or something like that, a phone sex line, which I can't blame him. If I was married to Wendy Murphy too, I would consider my options. She's a total grifter on her husband. Total grifter. But anyway, so Grant has, I don't know if Grant's the oldest kid in the house, but they're all fucked up, all of them. And they're all losers. And so they all just mooch off of Wendy and all the kids who are grown-ups now, all mooch off the successful millionaire dad. All right. So let's read some stuff here. Okay. Which, by the way, this whole war thing that they have going on with each other, it's like it started with Grant going up against Krusty, calling Krusty out for being a scammer, which she is. But Grant is also a pathological liar, so you can't believe a word that Grant says. And apparently now others have joined Grant's side, and there is a big rift on that side. Okay, I don't pick sides. I don't do that. I just let them fight. That's my thing. I don't let them fight. But it appears as if the food stamp 5 has been, it's like the food stamp 1.5 now, because it's just Krusty and the other, like, who else? Julie, the crazy Julie, and Twisted Charities, and a couple. They've all switched. They're all anti-Krusty now. They went with Grande. So it's a big rift over this. Apparently, $100 was raised for lunch, and there weren't receipts about who the lunch went to. So that's what the Justice for John O'Keefe people are doing right now. The people who are in this because they care about John O'Keefe are currently beefing over lunch receipts and just, are talking about who's more ratchet and sharing screenshots. And I'm here for it. You knew this was going to happen eventually. Everybody knew it was going to happen eventually, but yeah, evicted tragedies. It's a shame. Okay. Anyway, back to Grande. So let's see here. This is on August 5th, 2023. And it's reporting person Wendy Murphy. Let's see what she reports here. Okay. She says at 8:05, dispatched to the Belmont Women's Club for a motor vehicle struck on a curb. Sergeant Riddell, Officer DeAndrea, and Officer Leppo also responded. Upon arrival, I spoke to the involved party, Jason Tandem. He stated he was dropping off a party to a wedding at the address above. After dropping them off, he stated that he tried backing out of the driveway, pulled in, and got struck on the curb of the driveway. He stated the curb was too large for his vehicle to clear because his vehicle only had a rear-wheel drive. He stated he requested a tow. Okay, after the tow, but Wendy tried to obtain his information. He refused, and she called the cops on him. Okay, so that's kind of a boring one. So, by the way, I just kind of assume everybody knows who Wendy is, and I don't think that's the case. So, believe it or not, it was a year ago yesterday when I got a message in my inbox from a guy named Joel from some sort of podcast called Surviving the Survivor, STS. And I missed it. And he invited me on to talk about the Karen Reed case because I was like the Karen Reed guy, And I missed it. And then you got to check this out, Oh, she tries to say in the police report that she owns. Did I miss that part? Oh, okay. Wendy said in that police report that she owns the women's club, which she doesn't. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. So we got some pictures of Wendy. We can show you a little bit too. But anyway, so Joel messages me and invites me on, and I miss it. And then people are like, yo, you got to talk. They're talking about you on this show. So I go and I check it out. And there's this woman named Wendy who's on Court TV sometimes. And she's just spreading complete disinformation. She's saying that, that Karen did it. Karen hit him in the driveway, which literally nobody says that Karen hit him in the driveway, and then the plow driver came along, scooped him up, she said, and pushed him onto the lawn. And she says this with the straight face, like, what? Not even the McAlberts say that. Like, she's insane. And, it's like Joel. I like Joel. I thought Joel was a nice guy, but he's kind of a pussy. Like, let's keep it real, Joel. Like, he talked about the Karen Reed case a million times, never called me on once. Never. And like, bro, the reason any of you motherfuckers know about Karen Reed is because of me. Let's keep it real. Nobody knows the Karen Reed case like I do. No one ever will, Joel. So, he just tries to sell his book and shit and play I'm a nice guy card and didn't really take a position. He's a pussy. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really give a shit. His ratings suck. I think he's got more subs than me, but like, he gets a fraction of the views. He doesn't if I went on his show, it would be the biggest episode he's ever had, ever. Like, he doesn't, we have 5,000 people watching right now. This is a slow night. And so I guess he doesn't like ratings. I don't know. Maybe he feels threatened by that, but whatever. Anyway, this is how it went down when I jumped on there with Wendy. Let me speed this up because it's funnier in time and a half.
This cell phone data and how complicated it is. And she keeps saying it's complicated. Have you been recently dealing with the cellular rights stuff? It's not that complicated. They just download everything that's on your cell phone and you can literally search and see everything that individual has done. I have plenty of cases. All the cases that we got, especially recently, have involved cellular rights. And everything is downloaded. It's a software and you can actually...
so she didn't know she was muted. She didn't know she was muted.
See exactly what time certain things were done. And no one questions it. This idea that it's too complicated is ridiculous. It's right there for everyone to see. It doesn't take a genius. Once the expert downloads it all, anyone in my office can go through the data and see what time the text went, what the content of the text was, what websites they were on. Everything is on there. So I want to make it very clear that cellular is not as complicated as Wendy Murphy is making it out to be. It's quite the opposite. It's very easy. Any one of us can, once the data is downloaded, you can see it all. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out. That's number one.
Wendy, I've got you muted just so you know, and Turtle Boy muted because I have to in order to keep the show on the rails. But it's funny watching you guys both scream at each other.
I'm not screaming. I'm just laughing to myself.
It's entertaining, though. Final thoughts, Wendy. Final thoughts.
I am going to say that there aren't enough stupid jurors in Norfolk County to acquit her. There just aren't enough of them. There might be, they're not stupid enough in that county. They're pretty educated there.
So apparently that was untrue because they did vote to acquit her. But go ahead.
Defense attorneys will put false information into the court of public opinion because they can. There are no sanctions on that side, which is why you get the imbalance of false stuff from the defense and virtual silence from the prosecution, except that they can respond in court documents, which they do. But then nobody goes and reads the goddamn court documents. The court documents in this case make clear why the Turtle Man's claims are nonsensical. But you got to do some legwork. Get off your ass. Stop watching these stupid shows. Not yours, Joel. But go read the goddamn court documents so you don't sound stupid when you buy into this nonsense. The most important evidence in this case, I'm going to restate it because we can't afford to get distracted. A man is dead. Justice should be done. The way to do that is to find the truth, not distract the entire world with nonsense. The physical evidence is consistent with her hitting him with her taillight. Why? Because she hits him in the front. He's sitting on his ass because he's drunk when he gets out of her car and he falls on his ass. She hits him in the head right here, which is where the first injury is. He goes backwards and slams his head, not on the grass, on the asphalt. That's where he got the big cut in the back of his head. That's where the fractures and the bleeding happened, which came forward like they always do and created the two black eyes. Typical injuries that you see from head trauma. Then a plow comes along and scoops his body down a bit up onto the grass. But guess what the plow gave him? Scratch marks. The medical examiner said these marks have nothing to do with a damn dog. Stop blaming the poor dog who can't defend himself. This is from a plow. They called it blunt force trauma. Those are those scratches. And the most important thing is everyone will agree, if you just read the evidence, that taillight broke right then and there when she smashed him in the head. Her taillight wasn't broken before, and everyone agrees it was broken when she returned to the scene in the morning and found the dead body. And pieces of her taillight just happened to be found near the body. She can't explain that away. And again, I remind you, what else was found in her broken taillight, which, by the way, was also surrounded by damage to the paint? There was a bit of a dent to that area around the taillight. And guess what else was found? Embedded in her taillight. Human hair, not dog hair, not turtle hair, human hair. We're going to now assume that the police conspired, plucked hair out of the dead guy, went back to the scene and stuck it in the broken taillight. Use your friggin' head. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system. This is embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm so sorry. I'm so ashamed of myself.
You should be.
It's funny because she was so serious. She was so serious about it. Like, she's like said it with such conviction that John was drunk, got out of the car, fell on his ass. Karen didn't realize he was there, so she backed into him. His head hit the taillight while he was sitting down somehow, and Trooper Paul would like a word, by the way, and that his head broke the taillight and then knocked him out. She didn't realize he was knocked out, and then the Lucky Loughran comes by, and instead of staying on the street, he goes in the driveway, plows it for free, and then scoops him up, as she calls it, pushes him all the way across the entire lawn, and that's that. It's like the fact that Joel isn't like, bro, you're fucking insane. Like the fact that, and I assume she's been back on by then. Like anyone who has that lunatic on their show is not a serious person. You're not anybody anyone should respect, and that's why I can't respect Joel. It's just like you have like your only obligation is to just laugh at a person like this and shake your head and be like, I want whatever that woman's smoking, like whatever drug she's on, hook it up to my veins, because that looks like a fun time, like whatever you're on right there, like fucking insane. So yeah, that was a year ago. So that's Wendy. I didn't realize at the time that she had a son named Grant Smith-Ellis. I didn't even know Grant Smith-Ellis was at this time last year. Like he just appeared out of nowhere. Like right when I went to jail, like that's when Grant Smith-Ellis suddenly took an interest in the Karen Reed case. I knew that Mike Crawford from Young Jurks had beef with him, and Mike was telling me about it before, something about cannabis. They're both in the cannabis world, and this is some sort of cannabis beef, and a black guy got arrested, and it was Grant's fault, I guess, and Grant's racist. I don't fucking know the whole story. I didn't really get it, and I was too fixed on the Karen Reed thing to even look into it. I just like Grant was a racist. That was the takeaway I was supposed to get. So anyway, so Grant just suddenly appears, and I didn't realize that was Wendy's son. All right. And it's just, when I found that out, everything made more sense. Like everything. So we got another Grant video here that was sent. I got to play this one. Oh, this is Grant's auntie. Oh, auntie.
Did Karen cut you off because you told Lindsay about Josh Levy?
Grant, I love what you did with your hair today. I just want to look at his hair.
Hey, do you mind backing up a little bit?
Look at the hair.
Look at the
Why
tattoo.
didn't you bring her? Why didn't you bring her?
I got a tap back there.
Why didn't you bring her there?
No, it's my initials.
Grant, is that your auntie girlfriend over there, Grant? Your auntie girl? Oh, I know it's not. Did you really beat her, Grant? Did you touch her? Should we start a GoFundMe for her? Is she a victim of you, Grant? Is she a victim of you? Auntie, what did he do to you? What did he do to you? Did he lay do you want to go fund me? Do you want to go fund me? What did you do to her, Grant? What did you do to her? What are you doing?
Did you like that AK?
What did you do, Grant? What did you do? What did you do to Auntie? Leave Auntie alone. Leave Auntie alone. Leave Auntie alone.
8K and 20.
Any comment? What you did?
Wow, you're not scared.
Auntie, what did he do to you, Auntie? What did he do?
Listen, what are you, a State Street VP or something?
Yes. Grant, do you still need money for food?
Right now?
Yes.
No, my aunt got me a sandwich.
Oh, your aunt got her a sandwich. That's great.
What if she's a domestic violence victim? Do you think that's
She is, because you touched her. Why did you do that to her, Grant? Sources are telling me. Developing story. Any comment? Any comment on that? FBI sources are telling me that you did this, Grant. Is this true? Is this true? Is this true? Is that true? FBI sources. FBI sources. Developing. Shocking news. Shocking news. Shocking news. We're shocking. Any questions, Grant? Grant, why aren't you answering any questions, Grant? Where did you get that jacket from, Grant? Where did you get that? Did you get that as a gift, Grant? Did you get that as a gift, Grant? Did you get that as a gift? Are you working for the FBI, Grant? Did the FBI give you that jacket, Grant? Did they give you that jacket, Grant? So yeah, I had a little fun with Grant. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Grande's in the comments. That was his nickname in high school, was Grande. He went to high school with so he's from Belmont. He went to high school with Elizabeth Proctor. He was a grade younger than her in school. And as we're gonna see on a couple of these reports, he's investigated by Elizabeth Proctor's sister, like a brother rather, who's a detective in the Belmont Police Department. So yeah, I mean, he's always got that jacket on. I'm like, and if you go on his Twitter, like, he's kind of funny. Like, he's a piece of shit. Like, the shit that he says is really evil about Karen, about me. He comes up to me, calls me a rapist and blah, blah, blah. Just because, Grant's definitely a virgin. And I disagree with the people who think he's gay. He ain't gay. The gay community rejects. Gay men are not that sloppy and disgusting. Gay men are clean and pretty. Grant is heterosexual. He's just an incel. That's all it is. That guy. And he's one of these incels that thinks by being the nice guy and the knight in shining armor that it entitles him to pussy, right? That's ultimately what he did with Fake Victim, right? He's he thought that if I attack Aidan and call him a rapist and basically, act as the propaganda minister for this liar, then she'll be in love with me, and then I'll get a piece of that sweet potato pie, right? That's clearly what he thought was going to happen, and then I guess it didn't happen, and that led to the rift between him and Krusty, and here we are now. So anyway, let me go and let's read another police report, shall we? Now that we've reviewed all that. Okay. Next. Actually, no, I want to do downloads. What's this one? All right, this one's for Grant. Grant is the victim in this one. Let's see what happens here. All right, so what's the date on this one? This is in February of 2024, so I was still in jail at the time. Okay. A guy from, it's Steve Cote. Steve Cote. Speaking of the devil, speaking of jail, on February 11th, I was dispatched to One Stone Road for a possible hate crime. Upon my arrival, I spoke with Grant Ellis, who was waiting for me at the front door. Grant showed me a box of tampons that was left on his front stairs. On this box of tampons was a note that read, "To Grant for bleeding asshole." I can't believe this is real. Bleeding asshole. Okay. Goes on to say, he believes that the box was left on his stairs by Stephen Cote. He went on to further explain that he's a journalist who's been covering a Turtle Boy case and that Cote is affiliated with Turtle Boy, whatever that means. He said that this harassment from Cote has been going on for some time, and he also stated Cote often communicates with him and his social media platforms and is concerned that the harassment will become violent. He said he wants to document this incident just in case the situation with Cote becomes more volatile. I informed him a report would be on file. Okay, so this is black. So this was when I was in jail. So I missed a lot of this, but there was something about bleeding assholes. Grant said he had colitis and his asshole bled or something like that. And so this is the kind of shit Stephen Cote does, just takes it too far. He sent a box of tampons to Grant's house for his bloody asshole. So there's that. Okay, cool. Next up. Next police report. We got a few of these. Yeah, you'd be shocked how many times. Shocking development. How many times the police are called to Grant's house. Okay. All right. So this one is from New Year's Eve on 2023 at 6:30. And let's see. The victim is Grant. Oh, it's Stephen Cote again. And the victim is Grant and Wendy. So he was dispatched to Stone Road for threats. Grant Smith-Ellis stated, and by the way, the Smith thing is fake. There's no Smith. He's just doing it to sound smart. His name is Grant Ellis. There's literally no Smith at all. All right. He's involved in the Turtle Boy case and has been doxxed by Stephen Cote, who left a comment on his page saying, "How is Stone Road, Grant Smith-Ellis?" And that's the kind of shit Stephen Cote does, post your address and tries to get a rise out of you. Ellis stated that someone ordered Chinese food to his home last night. This is Stephen Cote's other MO. My parents would get 1-800 junk to their house all the time. Not me, my parents. They would go after my parents and post send Chinese food to their house and pizzas. And I didn't know who it was at the time. Now I know it's Cote. It was him the whole time. So I spoke with Murphy. She showed me the food that was left on their steps. The food was in their refrigerator, a crepe and 3 containers of sauce. Wait a minute. Time out. So they got Chinese food delivered to their house, and then they kept it. They kept the food and put it in the fridge. Did they pay for it? What? Okay. I asked what time the Chinese food was delivered. They said between 6:30 and 7, and she refused the delivery, but she kept it. She stated she would speak with her neighbors to see if they left the crepe on her steps. She stated exterior cameras are not working. He believes leaving food or ordering food to his residence is a subtle threat to let him know where people resides. He stated that people do it to Turtle Boy as well. That's true. They do it to me. So I'm a victim too. Ellis also handed me, except I didn't call the cops when pizzas were ordered to my house. Like, he also handed me printouts of Cody's Facebook account and a Facebook message sent to him from Cody stating, "Ha ha. Hey Grant, I pray some turtle rider doesn't spray paint Wendy's face with acid. That would be horrible, and I wouldn't wish that upon anybody." Okay. So anyway, I mean, these are 2 nut jobs going at it. So that's our 3rd report. Let's check out the 4th one from Belmont PD. Okay. So this one's on August 2nd, 2015. This is Young Grant. Oh, this is the Jack O'Brien one. Wendy hates Jack O'Brien. Hates him. Whoever that is. All right. On August 2nd at 4:15, I, Officer Deandra, and 2 others were dispatched. Oh, excuse me. Woo! You guys know that a sneeze is like they say it's like 1/8 of an orgasm. It feels good to sneeze. Like, it feels good. It's sensational. Anyway, so back to this. Upon arrival, Officer Taylor spoke to the homeowner, Wendy Murphy, who stated that she wanted her son's friend, Jack O'Brien, removed from her home. Officer Taylor and Officer Pellerine spoke to Murphy's son, Grant Ellis, and asked him to tell O'Brien to leave. But Ellis didn't want O'Brien to leave. But O'Brien was very cooperative and left without any further incident. After O'Brien left the home, Ellis was extremely disrespectful to us and his mother. He was consistently telling us to, quote, "Get the fuck out of my house, and you have no right to be in my house." He continued to verbally assault as we were trying to speak to him. He also referred to his mother as a gold digger. Oh, the fucking chaos in this house. And they're all leeching off the dad. This is all paid for by the dad. The only one who works. The only one who has a fucking income. And this is what's going on. Jack O'Brien. Fucking Jack. She hates Jack O'Brien. And fucking Jack O'Brien came over. And Wendy's like, "Get him out of my house. I fucking hate that guy." And Jack O'Brien's like, "No problem, miss. No problem." And Grant's like, "No, Jack is my friend. And Jack gets to stay if I say he gets to stay." And then the cops come. And Jack's like, "No problem. I said I'd leave." Jack gets the fuck out of there. And then, but Grant's all mad. And Grant takes that out on the cops, who, by the way, Grant's all back to blue now. He's telling the cops to get the fuck out of my house that my dad pays for. Get the fuck out. Okay. And then he calls his mom a gold digger and also stated that he will never respect his mother and that he doesn't care about her. Ellis then told us that he would leave the residence for a while and that he would get O'Brien an Uber to his home. Officer Taylor told O'Brien not to return to the residence prior to the Uber and informed Murphy to contact the police again if another incident arises. Dude, this is pure comedy gold. Next one. There's more. There's so many Grant Smith-Ellis reports. All right. Next one is from 2006. We're going way back. Back in the day buffet here. All right. So we have One Stone Road, a domestic dispute. Okay. Between Rick Ellis, Grant Ellis, and Wendy Murphy. All right. On the date above, these cops and I were dispatched for a domestic dispute. Upon arrival, we spoke with Wendy Murphy, who stated that she had a verbal argument with her 17-year-old son, Grande. Miss Murphy stated that approximately an hour prior to her calling, her husband, Rick, and her son, Grant, were arguing over Grant swearing in front of his younger siblings. So Grant was swearing in front of the other kids. Miss Murphy stated that her husband and son argued for 45 minutes. They informed Grant as a punishment that he could not go to the Red Sox game tomorrow night. Grant then knocked over his sister's dollhouse and a lamp. Oh my God. Grant is fucking so bad in the house. He's bringing Jack O'Brien over and calling his mom a gold digger. He's using foul language around the smaller children, knocking over dollhouses. We spoke with all parties and they've agreed to work things out. Until the next episode of Wendy Murphy's House of Fucking Horror. Okay, what else we got next? No Red Sox for Grande. No Red Sox for Grande. All right, next up. This is pure comedy. All right, how dare you? Yeah. All right, so this one is from June of 2014. It's just Wendy Murphy, lone victim. All right. I was dispatched to Stone Road for a report of vandalism. Upon my arrival, I spoke with Wendy Murphy, who brought me to the rear of her home and showed me an area of her house that had been egged. She believed the egging happened sometime after 10 p.m. She said this is the fourth time her house has been egged and believed the eggs are being purchased at the loading dock convenience store located on Flanders Road. I took several pictures of the egging, which will be attached to her. How the fuck did Wendy know where the eggs came from? Like she reckoned, oh, those are Flanders Road eggs. It sounds like Wendy egged her own shit, to be honest with you, and she just had a beef with the local Eggman. Leave the Eggman be, Wendy. Leave the Eggman be. Next. So this one is from September of 2012. Okay, a lot of parties here. We have Greg Flinter, Ellen Flinter, Cameron Ellis, Wendy Murphy. Oh, Grant's not in this one. And there's only one victim named Trina. So let's see what Trina does here. There's like 10 egging reports, I'm being told, too. All right. Replied to 88 Dalton Road for a report of a male asking for money from the resident Trina Ott. The suspect was described as white male, 6 foot and 14 years old, wearing red shorts and a blue white striped shirt. Officer Benedetti and Taylor were also dispatched to the scene. While en route, I observed a male matching this description, walking with 2 other males. I stopped the males and called off my location at 185 Dalton Road. Officer Benedetti and Taylor arrived thereafter. I instructed the males to stop and informed them I would like to speak to them about the incident. So if somebody is asking for money, this is Belmont problems. The first male who matched the description was identified as Gregory Flinter. The other 2 were Cameron Ellis. Sounds like Grant's brother. And Jimmy Axiotis. Officer Taylor cleared the road and went to 88 Dalton Road to speak with Trina Ott. We spoke to the males. I spoke to Flinter about the incident at Dalton Road. I informed Flinter that we received a call from the female resident of 88 Dalton Road stating that she was approached by him in her driveway and he asked her for money. Is that illegal? I don't know. Flinter responded by saying that he was the one who asked Ott for the money. Flinter then informed me that he and his 2 friends, Ellis and Axiotis, were walking on Dalton Road when he started talking to Ellis about asking Ott, the resident, for money. So it was Ellis's idea. They thought it would be a good idea to ask her for money and believed it would be a funny joke. The fuck is the crime here? Okay. Hold on. Where did my thing go? Okay. So, I guess that's a funny joke. As far, Flinter stated that he and Ellis entered the driveway and approached Ott and her young daughter. As for Axiotis, he waited on the sidewalk in front of 88 Dalton Road. Flinter stated that he asked Ott, "Do you have any money?" She responded by saying no. Flinter stated that he then thanked her, and exited her driveway with Ellis. I asked Flinter if at any time he threatened Ott or demanded her give him money. He said that there was no threats made, and they left. Lastly, I asked Flinter why he approached her for money in the first place. He said that he doesn't have a job due to being in high school and playing sports. This is the reason he's unable to work. I mean, what the fuck? How is this real? I then spoke with Ellis about the incident, and Ellis informed me that he was walking down Dalton Road with Flinter and Axiotis when Flinter brought up the idea to ask Ott. Okay, this is just so stupid. This is all about asking a woman for money, and then nothing happened. Oh, here Murphy arrives. Okay. While at roadside, Officer Benedetti informed us that Ellis, Flinter, and Axiotis contact their parents. He was able to speak with Ellis's mother, Murphy, who informed her of the situation. She arrived a short time after, and Ellis was released to her. So that's it. Okay. So I guess this is... I want to know more about Cameron Ellis, and I'm going to check out his... Who's this that was just sent to me? Oh, crap. Sorry. Whatever. Too late now. Let's see. I'm going to search Cameron Ellis. Is he on social media? I got to find him. I want to learn more about Grant's brother. Does Grant have a brother? Like, where? I mean, is he on Facebook? If anyone can find Cameron Ellis. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. So they have tried to find Cameron. No luck. We got to find Cameron. Cameron, if you're watching, open invitation to come on the Turtle Boy Live show to talk about growing up with Grant. I'd love to learn more about that. Okay. What do we have here? The report bill. All right. Okay, 2009. This is Wendy Murphy. I dispatched to Stone Road for a suspicious activity. Wendy stated that she received a package from James Cronin from the Tog Shop. The package included one blue women's sweatshirt and two black women's pants. Said James had passed away and hadn't lived there for 10 years. What? Okay. Who's James? And she called the company. They told her that it was ordered in November, but stated that they didn't have any information at the time and could call her back with more information. I spoke with the Tog Shop, and they told me that all they could tell me was that the order was placed by a James Cronin, and I was charged to a Visa card. They stated that they couldn't see any credit card number. Okay. All right, that's kind of a boring one. All right, next, going on to the next one. Wendy problem. Like, who calls the cops over that? You got a package at your house. It's not for anyone that lives there. You just fucking throw it out. Like, who call? I'm going to call the cops. What? All right. Next up. Wait. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy out there. All right. This one's from 2021. All right. So this is Wendy Murphy, Cameron Murphy, and so seriously, bro, what is with the fucking motorcycle people? Like, we get it. You have a huge fucking dick. It's so fucking big that you just have to rev that shit. So we all know you're driving a fucking motorcycle. You're so fucking cool, dude. You're so fucking cool. I love it. I want to let you, the motorcycle people who rev their engines like that, you're so fucking cool. We get it. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us know. Anyway. All right, next. Here we go. So this is all right, on September 27th, 2021. At approximately that time, I was dispatched for reported witness intimidation. I arrived there and was met by the reporting party, Wendy Murphy, and the victim, her son. Wendy explained to me that her son had been confronted by Caleb Guarnieri inside Elsie's Variety after having already received threatening messages from him on Instagram. Ellis reported to Officer Connolly that Guarnieri sent Ellis, "I just got out of jail and we don't do that shit around here." Ellis believed this to be a reference to an assault and battery and an unarmed robbery incident for which he is the victim. And the case is currently in court proceedings. Earlier today, Detective Siracusa, that would be Elizabeth Proctor's brother, Detective Siracusa, spoke with Guarnieri regarding Instagram direct messages. He admitted to Detective Siracusa that he exchanged messages with Ellis. Guarnieri said that Ellis posts pictures of himself on Instagram holding BB guns. So Cameron Ahardo. He also admitted to calling him out for acting tough when everyone knows the guns are fake. He stated he never mentioned the incident where Ellis was assaulted. He further stated that he deleted the messages on Instagram after the conversation was over. So he's basically calling him an asshole, and it has nothing to do with the fact that apparently Cameron is a witness in something. So Wendy has been playing the witness intimidation card for quite some time. I asked Ellis to explain what had happened. Ellis told me that approximately 9 o'clock, he went to LC's. Guarnieri entered the store and began yelling at Ellis, "I dare you, you're a pussy," and kept calling him a rat. Ellis said he felt intimidated by his actions and tried to back away from him. Ellis said that the clerk offered to call the police, and upon hearing this, Guarnieri left the store. He declined the clerk's offer, telling him he would file a report on his own. Ellis went on to describe Guarnieri as friends of some of the defendants in his pending assault case. At this time, I made my way to Elsie's Variety and spoke with the owner, Pankaj Gay, who was running the store at the time of the incident. I asked Pancake if he would describe to me what he witnessed. Pancake said that Ellis entered the store and began shopping. A few moments later, Guarnieri entered the store and almost immediately identified Ellis. Pancake says that Guarnieri began yelling at Ellis, "I dare you, pussy, you're a pussy N-word, you're a rat." Pancake emphasized that Guarnieri called a rat multiple times. Ellis paid for the items and asked if he could walk him out to his car because "I'm afraid I'm going to get jumped." He asked Pancake if he had surveillance cameras, and he said he did. He allowed me to review the camera footage. It shows Ellis entering the store. He then goes back to the store. Okay, 30 seconds later. Okay. I believe that Guarnieri's words and actions were intended to intimidate Ellis and demonstrate an intent to obstruct him from testifying. Upon returning to the police station, I learned that Guarnieri called the Belmont Communications and spoken to Officer Riley. He admitted to having the encounter. I didn't threaten him. I didn't say anything. Okay. Does he get charged with it? Okay, I'm not reading this whole thing. So he issued a temporary arrest warrant for a probation violation. So, and he went to the Billerica House of Corrections. So Grant's brother getting in trouble, or he's a victim, hate crime or whatever, etc. Okay, next up, we got more. Believe it or not, there's more. Door frame. Oh God. It's another. Oh my God. Fucking Wendy. How many times does her? It's kind of funny. I can't imagine why Wendy's house would get egged. You know, these people just are such douchebags. Like everyone in town hates them. It's really not surprising that their house gets egged. Hold on. All right, next so this is on 2015. Her house was egged approximately 10 times now, and she's getting upset. She believes this happened at night. Her kids were home, and the central air unit was on. No one heard anything. Wendy's rear back door was egged, and the top part of the door and frame was hit by white eggs. I observed eggs. Wendy was concerned because of the numerous amounts of times her house has been egged. Okay. So they didn't get the egg. And now Wendy believes that they sell these eggs at Star Market in Belmont. How the fuck does she know where these eggs come from? She always then again, she figured out the plow thing. So that's good. All right. Next up. Not turtle hair. Is this another fucking egging? Okay, we got a vandalism one now. All right. So Wendy Murphy, 2015 report of vandalism. Her house got egged again. Fresh eggs broken outside the window. I informed Murphy that despite her prior eggings, this could be random due to the recent upward trend of eggings throughout the town. They have a real egging problem in Belmont. I stated there would be a report on file for the incident and recommend that she remain vigilant. Told her to make extra checks of the area. So check out Star Market. Go pull some footage from there, Wendy. What else do we got here? We got one of Wendy and Grant in January. This should be good. All right, let's see what this one says. So I spoke with Wendy Murphy, who stated that at 5 o'clock tonight, 2 different restaurants attempted to deliver food to her house. It's fucking Cote, isn't it? She stated that no one was at the house to order the food. There's the O Ginger restaurant in Somerville and Home Taste in Watertown. Wendy stated that a similar incident happened last week and that these deliveries are due to the fact that her son, Grant Ellis, has been reporting on the Turtle Boy case that has been in the news. She stated that she heard that other people that work in the DA's office have received food delivered and that this time she would not like the phone number called for fear of retaliation. Okay. So I like how they blame it. I'm in fucking jail in January, and they're still blaming me for all this shit. Can't catch a break. We got another Wendy and Grant from 2017. Let's read this one. Please don't be another egging. Egg sighting. All right. So we went to his house for a well-being check on Grant. The reporting party, Wendy Murphy, was concerned that her son's well-being because he was supposed to let a contractor in and was not answering the door. Murphy called Ellis several times from Florida, but was unable to get a hold of him. A short time later, units arrived on scene and were met by a contractor who stated he had to leave equipment in the basement of the home overnight. It was not able to reach Ellis. Officers knocked on the door several times and were unable to reach him. They radioed Belmont Communications and requested Belmont Fire assist in gaining entry to the home. A short time later, Belmont Fire and Rescue arrived on scene and were able to gain access inside the home via an unlocked rear window. Belmont Fire and police personnel made their way to the 3rd floor and located Ellis sleeping in his bedroom. We explained to Ellis why we were there and that his mother was concerned. We also explained that the contractor would be placing the equipment in the basement and then leaving. He apologized for not hearing the door or his phone. What time was this at? Freaking 9:27 p.m. He's passed out. Oh, Grande, wake up. Grande. You knew he was. So his mom's away for the weekend. He didn't have a chick over? That's shocking. That is shocking. He's got the house all to himself. All right, next up. We got another one with Grant. This is 2015. Please don't be eggs. Please don't be eggs. There's only a few more. Don't worry if you're getting bored with this. I spoke with Wendy Murphy, who came into the station. She stated that she bought her son Cameron a truck, and he wasn't able to use it until graduation. She then gave permission for her other son Grant to use the truck until his brother graduated. Grant then went and registered the vehicle. Wendy asked Grant to sign over the truck now that Cameron had graduated, and he told her no. He hates Wendy. She was unsure what to do and asked if we could speak with him. I went and spoke with Grant and was able to convince him that since he had made a promise, He needed to keep it. He needed to keep it a promise. He then signed the title to give it to his mother. How is this real? This is like the you picky smart. He bought. It's all funny because none of the money's coming from them. It's all coming from the dad who has the phone sex addiction. So the mom calls. Okay, so they call him up. Here's a truck for the kid who's graduating. Hasn't graduated yet. Grant tries stealing the truck. Really, tried stealing a truck. He signed it over in his name, and then the mom was like helpless somehow. And so she calls the cops, and they're like, Grant, you promised. And then situation resolved. Okay, next. How many more are there? Holy shit. Let me see. Let me just see how many more we got. Only a couple more left. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is Wendy and Cameron Murphy in 2014. Vandalism. There was egg again. Fresh yolk. Someone threw pumpkins on the steps of the house, too. I asked Wendy or Cameron if they had any known enemies. I bet they do. We knew they did this, but they couldn't come up with anyone specific, a.k.a. the whole town. Wendy requested I take the pumpkins as evidence. Put those in the evidence room. Like they're not going to rot or anything like that. It's like it's a pumpkin. Oh, my God. Okay. Here's another one. This is Cameron Ellis, and this one was 2015. Only have 3 left, I think. Okay. I spoke with Wendy Murphy and her son Cameron regarding vandalism. He had observed a group of 4 to 5 males from a vehicle which was driving by his house. The vehicle was described as a light gray SUV. The occupants threw eggs. He stated that his father's vehicle was struck by the eggs. I observed the dry egg, and but homeowner Wendy Murphy indicated the egg was easily cleaned for her husband's vehicle. Okay, so more egging. More egging of the Grande household. Okay, got another egging. We're going to skip that one. What else do we have here? Wendy Murphy. This one is from 2021. Another witness intimidation. Let's see this one. Always getting intimidated. All right. Wendy Murphy came to the station, talked about witness intimidation towards Cameron. Murphy stated that Ellis came home from working an overnight shift and found a message on his TikTok account from Dominic Yancey, which stated, yo, you gonna tell your lawyer mom to file a case on me because I'm bullying you? Your music fucking sucks. Of course he's a musician. You fake rap, and I hate N-words like you, and I'll catch you. Don't worry. He has rap beef on TikTok. Of course, I need to meet Cameron Ellis. He's a rapper. And he's got rap beef in Belmont with other rappers who you gonna call your mom lawyer? Your music fucking sucks. He's probably right. It's probably horrible. Murphy and Ellis believe this could be in regards to an ongoing case in which Ellis is the victim and witness. Oh, it's always witness intimidation. Okay. Send a copy of this message to Detective Syracuse's department email. So Lizzie Proctor's brother. No wonder Grant is so protective of them. Okay. What's this one? Okay, somebody stole a collection thing off her porch. We'll skip that one. What's this one? A gas grill is the victim. Okay, somebody egged the gas grill. Okay, so there's that another egging. What's this one? Oh, this is Boston police. Is this fucking long? Is this a long one? Oh. What does Grant have to do with this? A knife cutting incident in March of 20. Oh, is this the one where the black guy got something happened with a black guy and Grant's racist? I didn't really know. It's all redacted and shit. Officer LaRosa was assigned. There was a fight on Boylston Street at the convention center. Suspect fled. Observed a fight between two males outside the cannabis convention. The males were inside the building on the ground fighting. One of the individuals pulled a knife out. They were separated and reported to security staff. The suspect observed exiting the convention center, traveled down Belmont Street, blah, 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 blah. Familiar with where's Grant? I don't see Grant anywhere on here. All right, we're skipping this. All right. This isn't, I like the Belmont stuff. I don't really care about the Boston. Is this one interesting? July of 2024. See, the Boston ones are all like heavily edited, so you can't even see Grant's. Okay. Grant called the cops on someone in Boston in July. Said that someone was provoking him on Facebook. Okay. All right. The Boston ones aren't as fun, so we'll skip those. All right. So that's Grant. That's your comedy portion of the evening. I just think, Grant's funny. Like, when he's not calling me a rapist and making things really awkward, he's really funny. I don't know if he means to be funny, but it's fucking funny. Like, Grant is funny. I don't care. Grant's charged with witness intimidation? Get out of here. But his name's not in the report. Oh, okay, but his address is. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this. I want to see Grant if he's. All right. I got to find it. Larceny, 2008. The April 2023 one. Yeah, I don't see it. I see March 2023. I don't see an April one. I see July 2024. That's fine. I think we got enough Grant for the night. If maybe we find the that one, we'll share it later. But anyway, let me read a couple turtle chats here before we carry on with the evening. We're just getting started here. First one up is from Bob Brown. Sends $10 and goes, Turtle Boy, Resistance to Silence channel, episode 30 opening video. Very emotional, very inspiring. Should be the anthem of the Free Karen Reed movement. It shows such contrast to the other side, which is just filled with hate and anger. If you could play it, the channel doesn't have your megaphone, and this video needs exposure. It's only 3:52 long, but awesome. So yeah, check out Resistance to Silence YouTube channel. Highly recommend it. Dana and Tracy over there doing a great job. Yeah, good stuff. So thank you very much, Bob. Go check it out. He recommends episode 30. Very emotional, he says. Thank you, Bob. Andrea sends $10 and goes, I enjoyed listening to your interview on Miss Shorty's show. I'd love for you to share more fun facts about U.S. history. Maybe sprinkle in on some of your shows. Enjoy your vacation. Well, I'll try to do that. Thank you very much, Andrea. Kristen sends $10 and goes, free the closet baby and Plymouth stand out tomorrow 4 to 6. Come join us. I'll probably be past Plymouth by then, but yeah, if anyone else is interested in going, hit them up. Thank you. Wendy says, will Erin O'Keefe and Krusty Panties be cellmates? So let's talk about that. So I can't confirm this, but I got a message today that said the following. Erin O'Keefe was arrested by state police yesterday. And again, this is not me reporting anything. This is just a message I got. I have no idea if this is true or not. I'm not saying this is true. This is a message I got. Okay. Erin O'Keefe was arrested by state police yesterday. And I said, for what? I don't know. Need you to find out. Okay. So when they say that, go find, like, I love when people tell me this, go find out. Like, I'm fucking magic. Like, if you're going to send me a tip, you have to send me a source, somebody, a lead, something. You can't just be like, go figure it out. Go get your turtle boy. Go get it done. Like, that's not how shit works. I think people think I'm like fucking magical or something like that. I can't do that. Goes, but she was taken out of her work, Cox Engineering, in handcuffs, 8 state cops and helicopter. Okay. So if true, would be wild. Not going to lie. Want to learn more. But 8 cops and a helicopter and Paul O'Keefe's wife, like, what? Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, you got to have something for me if you send that. I said, can I ask how you know this? And this person says, a friend that's into the case has a friend whose brother-in-law works there and saw it. So this person has a friend who has a friend who has a brother-in-law that works there. Like, this is the definition of a rumor. Okay. I don't like rumors. I don't like shit like that. Like, if you hear something fucking outrageous like this, like Erin O'Keefe was taken away and there's 8 cops, like, you should immediately be like, bullshit. Like, show me the fucking bullshit. No fucking way. No goddamn way. Again. And I go, and so I'm like, who's your source? So she sends me this other woman. Okay. So now we're back. So this is the friend who has a friend who has a brother-in-law. So now we're on the friend now. So now we're just with the person. Now I'm going to talk to the friend. So this person has a friend who has a brother-in-law that saw this. So we're 2 away now from the source, the brother-in-law. Okay. If we can get her, the friend, to tell us who the friend is, and then the friend can lead us to a brother-in-law, we're in action. We got something. But this is the shit I hate. So I messaged this woman and I said, is it true that Erin O'Keefe was arrested yesterday? I'm on the Clarence Demerson account. Not sure who this is, they say to me. Okay, we're off to a rough start. But even though they're in the justice groups and shit like that, okay. But I heard that was true from a reliable source. So this person just heard it. Okay. At her place of employment by state police, I have no further details. Okay, that's fine. Can I ask who the source is? And this is the part where you're just like, yeah, we want to get this information out. Because this person was trying to post in the justice group anonymously. And it's like, bro, you can't just go on there and post anonymous fucking rumors that you heard about your brothers. You need to confirm this shit, okay? And so, like, okay, so we're close. So give me the name of the friend. And then they go, no. They won't get involved. Sorry. Okay, then go fuck yourself. It's fucking fake news. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but like, who does that? Like, you know, I can't give this fucking source. You know, I'm not going to tell. You know, I don't reveal sources. That's kind of my fucking thing. Don't you want it out there? They go, they don't want to be involved. They don't have to be fucking involved. And then they go, I'm sure you have other sources. Yeah, I've checked other sources. I can't find, I called the police about it. They don't have any fucking, there's no record of this. So if anybody has, isn't Randolph it's in Norfolk County, not Plymouth County, I believe. So it would be the Plymouth, it would be the Norfolk police that the Norfolk County State Police would have arrested her. Like, come on. Come on. Did I just get sent grants? Grande's Facebook? Grande's brother? Okay. Is this him? I think I found Grande's brother. Is that him? I don't know if that's him. It could be him. It's from the Boston area. It looks like this guy looks like what I would imagine Grant's brother looking like? Let's go on his page. Let's share this. Hold on. Copy. Share profile. Messenger. Aidan. Send that. Okay. Let me pull it up over here. Okay, he hasn't blocked me. That's good. Don't message or your thing's going to show up. So is this is Cameron Ellis? This is him? What, that one? I mean, I see a little grande in him. Is that could be Grande's brother? That looks like Grant. Definitely I think this is Grande's brother. I think this is him. Do you guys agree? Why is Grant not in anything? Come on. What? Who are these people that he keeps? Is he in a throuple? Why do I keep seeing these two people in everything? He's always with this dude and his chick. What is what is Grande Jr. up to? How come Wendy's not in any pictures or Grant? Is he ashamed? I would be. Anyway. Yikes. All right. So anyway, back to the turtle. So again, I don't know about the Erin O'Keefe thing. If anyone can verify that for me, I'm all ears. All right. But again, till then, I'm not reporting shit. Danielle sends $25 and goes, when are you coming down? I'm on the Bayside in Easttown. Pull up, bitch. You mean East Ham? On the Bayside? East Ham's like 2 towns away. But thank you very much. Okay. I'm going to refresh that, see if we have any more turtle chats. No, we don't. Okay. All right. Next thing up. Check the Cash App. Chad sends $5 and goes, where to find your nudes? Asking for a friend. I don't know, my dude. I don't have, again, hopefully they're not out there anymore. I really was hoping to put that part of my life behind me. Thank you very much. Deanna sends $10 and goes, lock up KP now. Hashtag bail revocation coming in hot. She does have a bail revocation hearing on August 29th in Leominster and another one in West Roxbury, a surrender hearing on September 5th. So we'll see if she could survive back-to-back bail revocations. Okay. Carl sends $5 and says, thank you for all you do. Keep doing what you're doing. My pleasure, Call. All right, cool. If anyone else wants to donate and have their message read out loud to the class, you can click on the link at the top for Turtle Chat or Cash at me at $Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. How many people we got watching now? All right, cool. Over 5,000. Nice. All right. Hold on. There's your slurp. There's your slurp. All right. Oh, by the way, and thank you for Audrey, who just donated and says, me and Lisa drove by Fairview Street last night. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. It's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than it looks. That's what she said in person, isn't it? So, okay. What I want to show now is a video here that this dude, okay, so John DePetro, who is just a fucking moron. And I didn't realize what a scammer John DePetro was. I thought I liked him. I don't like him. He's a scammer. He was fired from a radio station for cooking the books. Basically, he had his wife. He blamed his wife for it. I don't know if you guys know this. John DePetro just was like the new Grant after Grant got banned from court. Rating scandal wife. All right. So John DePetro just showed up and he immediately took the position that Karen Reed's guilty, and he's in court just reporting disinformation about like what the jurors are looking like just fucking lie. He's just a liar. Like that's all John is. He's a clown. He's a cartoon character. So Providence radio talk show host is blaming his wife for a rating scandal that made his show appear more popular than it actually was. In a statement released Thursday, John DePetro's wife, Kristen, returned 6 Arbitron diaries in the spring ratings period. The diaries indicated that 6 people who lived in their home listened to DePetro's show 109 out of a possible 120 hours a week. The station's management said DePetro had no knowledge of his wife's actions and said they are profoundly disappointed. DePetro told the Providence Journal the incident was embarrassing and that his wife should not have participated in the Arbitron survey. His drive time show dropped from 4th to 9th under the devised numbers, an important distinction because advertising rates are based on ratings. He was fired in 2006 from WRKO in Boston after making a derogatory comment about the weight and sexuality of the Green Rainbow Party candidate running for governor. He later apologized. Yikes. So the dude, basically nobody listens to his show. And so he has his wife turn on like 6 radios in the house and listen to him. And that somehow moves him from 9th to 4th, which increases advertising rates on the station, also known as fraud. And he gets fired. And then when he gets caught, he blames his wife. I didn't know anything about that rating scandal. No. Like, this is the kind of person that takes up the cause of Jennifer McCabe. That's all. What else was there? There was also something about sexual assault or harassment. I forget. Oh, here it is. All right. So a WRKO producer is suing a local talk show host, John DePetro, after alleging he sexually harassed her. She previously worked on a show, and her supervisor refused to investigate complaints. Okay. On May 21st, DePetro invited DeQuattro, the Sioux claims, to lunch before driving to a house and making sexual advances. Ooh, does this rating scandal's wife know about that? According to the filing, DePetro has previously boasted to DeQuattro that he rented a house with certain individuals where they would bring women to get together for sexual parties. He reported the alleged incident to a program director. The lawsuit cites an incident in which DePetro allegedly asked her and her boyfriend to have sex with him and another woman. Oh. That's not good. That's not good, John. Get your act together. I mean, this is the best that the McAlberts can find to take up their cause, I guess. He's got another one here. Okay. So this one is entitled, where'd it go? Oh, fuck. Man, this guy gets to know a lot of shit, huh? Web statement, John DePetro has left WPRO. At this time, I've decided to include my entertaining weekday show. Thank you to all my listeners for making it my best year in radio ever with my coverage of the Trump campaign, plus my national work on the Savage Nation. I'm very grateful for many loyal listeners. Okay. Unfortunately, I have a health situation. Right. Is this it? All right. He's known for being provocative and touched off a boycott in 2013 and was sued for sexual harassment. An apparent suspension came in 2013 for his characterization of women protesting outside a fundraiser, then General Treasurer Gina Raimondo, former governor. He called them union hags. A group called For Our Daughters, backed by organized labor, launched a boycott, and DePetro was off the air for 5 weeks. Okay. So, yeah. That's John. Don't be like John. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's, what I was going to talk about here. Oh, let's talk. So John had a tweet about, let me go to John's Twitter. John DePetro. And I'm going to message him right now and try to get him on. Yo, John, Oh yeah. No, so I'm like telling him about Kate. I'm like, you're supporting Kate Peter, right? You're supporting Kate Peter, who she wrote this when my mom died. And he's like, wow, that's terrible. I don't want anything to do with her. So I'm going to send John a message right now and invite him on the show because he has unfollowed me. You should jump on the show. We're talking about Greg Hill. Okay. So I just sent him a message and we'll see if he responds. All right. I don't think he's gonna, but we'll find out. All right. So Paul, he's just a right-wing guy. He shares a lot of right-wing shit. Trump. Okay. Notice he gets like no engagement on here. Oh, he's getting ratioed. You were spreading fear porn again. Okay. All right. Anyway, he's talking about politics. No one cares. Like 0 likes on this. Nobody comments on any of his shit at all. None. So let's find when he talks about Karen Reed. All right, so here it is. All right, so if you guys missed it, Karen Reed apparently had dinner with mutual friends of Greg Hill from the Hillman show. Greg Hill used to be on WAAF before it turned to like Christian radio. He replaced Kirk Minahan basically at WEI because the ratings were too high when Kirk was on the air. So the Kirk and Jerry show got canceled, and because they were controversial, because they were interesting. And so then they replaced him with Greg, who's a nice guy, but definitely not as controversial. And so that's the way they like it at WEI. Low ratings, but less controversy. So anyway, I like Greg. He's a nice guy. And he had me on a show in 2015, actually, like in studio when I was like getting my big break. I was on the Greg Hill show. He invited me in there. And he has Courtney Cox on here. Not the Friends chick, the other one. And they apparently had dinner with Karen Reed. All right. And they talked to her. And they have both been they believe Karen Reed's innocent. And they have dinner with Karen. And they say something on here that John is fucking stupid and misinterprets what the fuck they're saying. So it's a 15-minute clip. Let me find the actual clip so we can listen to the whole thing instead of stupid clip that John has. And then you guys can get a feel for it. Okay.
Last night.
Yeah, I would love to.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I'm always interested in your opinion, good or bad. Courtney and I were invited by a mutual friend to go to dinner. I had been asking about trying to get Karen Reed on the radio show because I feel like the trial was newsworthy and of interest. Of course, that trial ended in a mistrial. And so there was no verdict. I don't believe that choosing to go and try to do your best to get somebody to come on the radio show, I don't believe that if somebody is accused of something and a jury in the United States of America has not found them guilty, I don't think you have an obligation not to at least have that discussion. But I know you were very nervous.
I was just nervous because I care about people's feelings, and so I didn't want to overstep or ask something that was out of line. I don't know her, and so I never wanted to offend or come across too strong. So going into it, we were not told whether or not lawyers would be there or if there would be any type of things off limits. And Greg and I followed this trial very closely, and I think if there is going to be a next trial, we will do that again. It's of interest to me, and I have been talking about from the Monday after it happened. We reported on John O'Keefe dying and the circumstances around it, and from that Monday, I said this story doesn't really make much sense.
Doesn't seem
to
necessary.
Meet with somebody who is going through a battle like this, because I believe she is innocent.
You do?
Yes.
Did you go into dinner believing that? Or
yes.
Okay.
I've always, just from numbers alone, from the technology aspect of it, I have just followed this closely, and I think something else happened. I don't think that she is a malicious person who had any intent in killing John O'Keefe, and that's how I felt in the beginning of the trial. Then after the trial, I don't think she hit him with her car, like by accident or not by accident at all.
She was willing to answer everything. Question.
No lawyer was there.
No.
Exactly. She was willing to answer every single question. if you ever get the chance to speak with Karen Reed, like I have, one of the things I like about Karen Reed is that she does not back away from any question ever. She has an answer for everything, and it's a good answer too. Like every time you think, like you might have seen some of my messages with her that Natalie has shared, and I questioned about the Colin in the house. How the fuck do you know Colin was in the house? And she can back it up. Every single thing that she said, she could back it up. Every time I asked, she could back up everything she said, and she's a criminal defendant who isn't afraid to talk about it. Like these people who are, like the McAlberts, when they lie, they're lying because they get caught in one lie and it leads to another lie, etc. Etc. Who clapped back to Ted Daniels bullshit? Who did? Courtney Cox did? Wait, Ted Daniels had bullshit? I like Ted. All right, so let's play some more.
And she was so open with us. And I also I wasn't sure if maybe she had heard the show and knew that Greg and I, things that we had said in the past, but she asked us, she's like, did you pay attention to the trial? And once I knew that, I'm like, okay, this woman is meeting with us, not knowing that she has two people that have been pretty supportive of the cause from the beginning.
Angry texter, 978 texter. What are you, Dateline? You've lost your way, Greg.
Why are people such children? Like, Karen Reed was charged with second-degree murder.
Yes.
There was a jury trial that lasted a month or two. And there was, according to reports, there's been hearings about it, that all 12 jurors found her not guilty of second-degree murder.
Correct.
There was a hang-up on lesser charges. There has been a controversy even prior to the time with which the jurors got when the trial ended and was sent to the jury. There was a controversy from the defense attorney saying that this is a very different looking, was talked about more maybe since the Woodward trial back on one, based upon an allegation that she was not convicted of, is to just deny the entire...
Able to make their determination based that they believe that somebody is innocent of the charges.
And let me just say this, because I know Greg won't. If anybody's going to come on Instagram, Twitter, on Twitch, on the text line and say and say whatever you want about me, but to say that Greg is sympathizing with a cop killer, if there's anybody in this room or in Massachusetts who hasn't done more for police officers in need, like shame on you. Really take a backseat, because Greg's done more for the people that are police officers, firefighters, the people on the front line. Than
the McAlberts are giving him shit. Like, you're supporting a cop killer? No, motherfucker. You're supporting cop killers. The McAlberts. How many interviews have the McAlberts done? They're not facing any criminal charges. But they don't want to talk. None of them want to talk. No. They have nothing to say ever.
You will ever do in your entire life. So please, respectfully, sit down. Like, that was infuriating all night for me to just see people say stuff like that. Like, enough.
Yeah, it's obscene. But to compare this to OJ, like, you really are a moron, whoever you are out there. The people that are, every single media member in Boston, every single citizen of Boston, by and large, my guess, if offered an opportunity to hear Karen Reed outside of the trial discuss what happened, would say yes.
Well,
the ratings suggest that.
I think that's the most interesting part of it, is that you do want to meet somebody like that in person and honestly evaluate whether you think they're telling the truth or not.
And this wasn't a sit down where Greg and I, treated her like a celebrity. No. We sat down and we asked honest questions that Greg and I had about the case and everything that goes along with it. Yes. And I wanted to know, because I'm fascinated with the way in which the court system works, what went into her getting Gianetti in Jackson, like how that all came to be. It was getting information. Like, I saw some people saying, you guys are treating her like a celebrity. Nope, that's not how it went down. It was
they're treating her like a celebrity, guys, because they took a picture with her. Who cares? And at the end of this, by the way, Karen Reed's going to be a celebrity at the end of this. Like, that's how this story ends, with her being rich and famous, as she should. But it's like when I talked to Karen, I had so many questions. I'm just like, and she wants to answer them. It's like a fucking great thing. It's like you saw the news reports. I had 189 phone calls with her. I didn't realize I had that many calls because I'm interested. She wants to talk. I'm here to listen. You know what I mean? I have questions. Who the fuck wouldn't take that opportunity up? I mean, is it going to be on the news with these guys? Are the cops going to take Karen Reed's cell phone and say that Greg Hill and Courtney Cox are conspiring to do witness intimidation because they spoke with Karen Reed? Oh, no, you're not allowed to talk to Karen Reed. You can't do that.
3 adults having a conversation about the biggest story going on right now, which this woman is the center of. And whether or not you believe her side of it, that's on you. For me, I walked away from that dinner having not a doubt in my mind.
I think you can tell if people are, if you've been around life, you can tell if people are lying.
And I thought this was fake.
Every question was answered immediately. There was no hemming and hawing or stumbling over what you were going to say. And there was, when it came to questions that she had, whether it was, I think I'm allowed to paraphrase.
I thought it was fake.
Said, but
I thought the mic was
until
I thought the mic was fake. If I go like this, it stops working. I thought this was just for show. I thought I was using the computer mic. I really thought this was just for show. I didn't think this piece of shit actually worked. I thought I just got the audio in my ears. It's real? The whole time I thought the microphone was fake. And I thought I was using the computer mic, but I guess the microphone's real. And I just don't like the shadow. I don't like the shadow right there. I don't like that, but I guess we'll work with it. Okay.
She found out when, like, for instance, until she found out when her vehicle was towed, she was wondering how there could possibly be taillight fragments at the scene.
And she wasn't made aware till much later that they found it much later that night.
Right.
And
yeah. So like that is one thing interesting that Cameron's told me before too, is that she couldn't figure out like anything. Like she didn't know about, like she knew something wasn't right about this, but it wasn't until after she was indicted. She saw the autopsy photos and she saw her taillight, right? And she knew, and we saw when she was arrested and brought to the Milton Barracks. So she goes, we're all in the same joke, right? You know, my taillight's cracked or whatever. And, John's head is pulverized. And Yuri's like, you have the right to remain silent. And I highly suggest you exercise your right to remain silent because, you really shouldn't be talking, little girl. We're trying to do a police cover up here. And I don't know if you read that on the internet or where you were reading those things, but that's not true. And, you shouldn't be talking about that sort of stuff. Okay. Yeah. So remember she said that at the Milton Barracks, how she was like, basically that John, like she knew Colin, she's like Colin and Brian Albert did it, but she still didn't know at that point how the fuck the taillight got there. Like that's still because they didn't have the whole report. And then she got the report and it just clicked like, wait a minute. The CERT team started searching at 5:45 because there was no taillight before that. And then she sees the Proctor lied in the report about what time he towed the car, and it all just made sense. Now, I don't think, and I know she doesn't, I assume she had more time to think about this than I do, but I'm not convinced it was Michael Proctor himself that planted the taillight. It doesn't matter who did it. It doesn't matter. All right. It could have been Kevin Albert, Brian Albert, Ken Berkowitz, Brian Higgins, like a number of people, anyone. Because remember, that Sallyport garage video just stops working for 20 seconds at a time. Someone comes in there, grabs a couple pieces of taillight, goes back to the scene. And remember, according to O'Hara, there was like a posse, a vigilante posse of searchers showed up. He couldn't name everyone who was there. Maybe one of them was named Kevin Albert. I sincerely hope they call Kevin Albert as a witness in the next trial, because I have some questions for Kevin Albert that I would like to have answered, a lot of them. So I'm not convinced, because honestly, I don't think it was Proctor that planted it, that did the actual planting. I really think it was an Albert. I think Proctor helped. Proctor knew, obviously. Proctor, they conspired to get that fucking car out of there, didn't they? Real quick from Dighton. They did. But Proctor's on the Sallyport video. Too late, in my opinion, to have been the actual one who planted the taillight. That's what I think it was. Somebody else comes in there during one of those times when the fucking video stops working, and they take all you need is 4 pieces. Just come in there, and they don't even have to fucking find it. They don't even have to find it. You just say, Eureka, look what I found. Is there a single picture? Did you guys see a single picture of the taillight at the bottom of snow anywhere? No. Taillight, every time it's like, put it right on the top. Well, look what I found. Let's put it right on top of the snow. Top of 1.5 feet of snow. Come on. Again, Canton police didn't find any taillight. So like picture that aha moment for Karen Reed when she reads the CERT team report for the first time. And she's like, holy shit. Holy shit. It all makes sense now.
And this, I think we can say, because she was very honest with us, because a big story all over the internet is that John O'Keefe had reported Colin Albert for some drug activity before all of this happened. She said that story is completely false. Yeah. People are trying to make it more dramatic.
Rewind that.
she was wondering how there could possibly be taillight fragments at the scene.
And she wasn't made aware till much later that they found it much later that night.
Right.
And this, I think we can say, because she was very honest with us, because a big story all over the internet is that John O'Keefe had reported Colin Albert for some drug activity before all of this happened. She said that story is completely false.
Yeah.
People are trying to make it more dramatic and make it seem like Colin Albert would have some type of reason for hating John O'Keefe. She said that never happened. He did not report him for anything.
No, I think, and she is she signed a deal with.
So check this out. So this is John DePetro's take on what you just heard right there. All right. Numbnuts here writes this. Karen Reed gave her first post-trial interview to WEEI. First of all, it's not an interview, John. And used the opportunity to remove motive of Colin Albert wanting to harm O'Keefe. That is not what this clip says.
It seemed like Colin Albert. She was very honest with us, because a big story all over the internet is that John O'Keefe had reported Colin Albert for some drug activity before all of this happened. She said that story is completely false.
Yeah.
People are trying to make it more dramatic and make it seem like Colin Albert would have some type of, reason for hating John O'Keefe. She said that never happened.
That never happened. Who else has been saying that this whole time? Oh yeah, me. I've said that because I had access to Karen. I can find out the fucking truth. Karen Reed never pushed the drug angle, and I haven't either. You know who actually started? So this is actually interesting. Let's talk about this for a moment. Let's talk about this, because Numbnuts goes, why is the media ignoring this story? Karen Reed had dinner with them, discussed the case, and removed a motive for Colin Albert. That never happened, shithead. He said the drug angle part of it, which I've never bought into. Karen Reed's never bought into. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. But that doesn't mean that Colin got along with John. They were neighbors. They didn't like each other. John yelled at him a lot. Colin was in the house when he got there. Okay? And where did this come from? Let's actually talk about the origins of this. Karen Reed had someone reach out to them, arrange dinner, and told them this when she could have said, I can't discuss the case. She could have declined comment on any witness. So, where did this come from? He gets ratioed on like every single thing. Where could this have come from? Well, I know where it came from. Allow me to pull it up on YouTube. Who else knows? Who else? Anyone else in the comments know where the Colin drug dealing angle started? Okay, because it actually wasn't Sean on the Gulf. Okay, Sean on the Gulf has said this a lot on his thing. I've been on record multiple times saying it never. I have no evidence of that. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I got no receipts. But who is the actual source of this? Well, we have some receipts. Let's go find it, shall we? So, all right. So back when I first started reporting on this story, it was getting a lot of attention in the media because of me. And, Krusty's obsessed with me and she won't let it go. Like I want nothing to do with her because she's nobody. I'm fucking Turtle Boy and she's fucking nobody. Nobody knows who she is. Meanwhile, I go out, fucking take pictures of babies and shit. We're not on the same level. So me having what appears to be a rivalry with this person is completely inaccurate. It's not a rivalry if one person is, on a much different level than the other person. All right. But she's obsessed with me. So she sees that I'm being successful with this and I'm getting way more followers and subs than she ever could. And she decides that she's going to glom onto the story. She's going to attach herself somehow. Initially, her position was actually not that Karen Reed was guilty. It was that Turtle Boy didn't break the story, that it was broken by Court TV. She didn't even deny it. It was initially taking the position that Karen Reed's innocent, but that Court TV was the one that first reported this. That was their initial position. That kind of changed along the way because she realized that like Plevin did, that if I want attention, I can't just be another person saying Karen Reed's innocent. So we need to do the exact opposite. I've yet to see any receipts of that, it's Marie, but I'd love to see them. If anybody has actual evidence of Colin Albert dealing drugs, send them to me. People send me that shit all the time. So let's talk about the actual origins of the story. So let's check out this channel. Okay. So as you can see, this individual is a little obsessed with me. Okay. You know, I appear, there's me, like this was the original.
The hypothesis of many a species.
I can't even watch this for too long, but this was, so they just, she would just read.
And the defendant's SUV exits in reverse from the garage. You know what? I'm gonna get you right. I mean, it's like, what's more compelling here? Somebody stating over and over again that they hit someone or they replaced their basement floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I just take them? I need to get into.
Okay. So nails on a chalkboard. So, you know, very compelling, very interesting stuff there. Now, here is this video. Turtle Boy Live runs with fake info again. And that's a video. That's my accused. That's my face. That's my coming face in case you're interested. So she's sharing a video of me. That's what I look like when I come, apparently. And she's using that as a cover because that's cool or something. But she's wicked against revenge porn. And she literally has a picture of my face in the act of climax. That's what I look like there. Apparently that's what you look like. The tears are fake, but that's what it looks like. Okay. Luckily, you know, the intimidator is not on display there, but you know, she's the innocent victim here. So she sent me, having sex. What with Karen Reed and
Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. So Tom Beatty and Aaron Beatty, and I've been talking about these names for months now, but I think that I got it.
Oh, that's another cum face. That's the pre-cum face.
More pleasure than proving what a retarded hack this guy is in front of almost 1,500 people.
Oh,
fucking
1,500 people. Yeah, I remember I had 15,000. Go ahead.
Now is having relationships while she's basically a prisoner in her own home, can't go anywhere. And is like, you know, trying to save her life. And
all right. Anyway,
he's playing skeptical. First
so
of all,
like as you can see, we don't like this is the first time I've ever shared one of her videos on here. Her entire existence revolves around me. Like this is a regular episode. And she apparently sent some sort of email to me that I read out loud during the show.
Hey, this is what your little boss does. So
this is an 18-year-old kid that he's already accused of murder with no solid evidence, and now he's throwing out like, "Hey, check it out. Sounds like he sells drugs too." And I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there.
Oh, yeah.
He do the same thing. He'd probably run with it too. If here's a text message, a follow up to that call that he sent right afterwards, where he confirmed in text, Aidan, that he tried to get the PD records on Julia Mayha. He talked to his sources, but there was absolutely zero evidence, so they dropped it. Right? They would publish it. That's what I said. It is what he said. Can't maybe Irish Demon never said that he knocked up Shannon because he did knock up Shannon. Yeah.
What?
Right. Yeah. So I heard this was 100% a fabrication out of my own mind. It is not rooted in reality. This is going to be my good faith retraction on this statement too. So I told a little fib, and I'm sorry about that. It was damaging to somebody, but I'm here right now putting on the record. This was 100% a fabrication out of my own mind. It is not rooted in reality at all.
So she admits she made this up. What did she make up? What did she do?
This just to fuck with Aidan to prove that she does not have that information at all.
Okay.
He will run with any sort of gossip that bolsters his claims. And I want to prove this. So anyone who believes him should realize that a lot of this is getting sent out. I just went ahead and I emailed turtleboysports@gmail.com. I wrote based on a movie plot. This is based on a movie plot. You could do the same thing. You'd probably run with it too. If anyone gets their fake stories mentioned by this schmuck, please email me. We'll have a prize for you. Listen to this.
Yeah, this is an honest, like I don't know who this person is, but I'm just gonna read the email.
So she sent me an email from an anonymous account with a tip. And listen to what I say here. Listen to what I say.
You could do the same thing. You'd probably run with it too. If anyone gets their fake stories mentioned by this schmuck, please email me. We'll have a prize for you. Listen to this.
Yeah, this is an honest, like I don't know who this person is, but I'm just gonna read the email that I got. I bear with me. Guys, hi, I've been really scared to talk to anyone about this. And I know I'm not the only one, but I see you're keeping people anonymous, and I think it's important people know. The problem that Colin Albert had with John O'Keefe is that Colin Albert sells pills and weed, and John knew about it because he lived across the street from one of Colin's friends who runs Colin.
So she sends me an email as a prank saying that Colin sells drugs. So I go on my show. I'm like, I got this email. And do I say this is real? I go, no, this is just an email. I have no idea if this is real or not. I put that disclaimer out there, just like I did with the Erin O'Keefe thing today. This is what people have reported, but this is not confirmed. Really important to say that fucking part. Like the not, again,
Colin Albert says, hi.
Stories mentioned by the schmuck, please email me. We'll have a prize for gmail.com. That information based on a
I don't know who this person is, but I'm just going to read the email.
same thing. You'd probably run with it too. If anyone gets their fake stories mentioned by the schmuck, please email me. We'll have a prize for you. Listen to this.
Again, this is an honest, I don't know who this person is, but I'm just going to read the email that I got out. Bear with me. Guys, hi, I've been really scared to talk to anyone about.
No, imagine this is your life.
I know I'm not the only one, but I see you're keeping people anonymous, and I think it's important people know.
Again, just imagine that's your life. Like you're such a loser that you see me being commercially successful, a lot of new subs, a lot of followers, and you're like, I have to get involved in this, so I'm going to send him a prank and say that's not true and see if he reports it. And he doesn't really report it. He reads the email, but he doesn't say it's true. Isn't that fucking funny? We're grown-ups. We're so funny. Imagine that's your life. Like, what a fucking loser.
The problem that Colin Albert had with John O'Keefe is that Colin Albert sells pills and weed, and John knew about it because he lived across the street from one of Colin's friends who runs Colin. Colin's dad knows, and sometimes the drugs go to the pizza shop, from what I've heard. The whole Albert family makes money from it. I don't know. That's like that's what makes it a little far-fetched. Like you're making the Albert family relies on marijuana sales and what other pill sales. Come on, like that sounds. I'm just reading the email.
I literally go, I don't believe this. This sounds fucking ridiculous. So I'm like, you sent me a fake thing, a fake story about Colin selling drugs to see if I would report on it. And I read it out loud and I basically say, this sounds like bullshit.
From it, and I don't know if his Uncle Brian knows or not, but I think he probably does and explains why they're really covering it up. I have screenshots of Colin selling drugs because sadly, I have bought from him before. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
So interesting.
So again, this person asked for anonymity. They will be granted it. Just to be clear, I have not said your name, and I'm not going to say your name.
Yeah, very trustworthy man.
You are
until you don't dance to what I tell you to dance.
Oh,
to.
he said you're safe with me. I don't want anonymity. I sent you that email, you dumb motherfucker.
It's so funny.
This is an 18-year-old kid that he's already accused of murder with no solid evidence, and now he's throwing out like, "Hey, check it out. Sounds like he sells drugs too." And I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. He didn't even respond to this email before reading it out and running with it. And listen to him spin it because he's gonna try more and more to push it like it's legitimate. He's never vetted this in his life because it is 100% fabrication on my part. I'm going to show you the email in a minute.
So it's a fabrication on her part. So she fabricated this.
Like bam.
Imagine that's your life. Like,
Colin talked a lot about getting.
I just couldn't imagine ever being this interested in another human being. I just wouldn't care about them. Like I don't care who they are. I just wouldn't care at all. But she's just obsessed with me. Like I wasn't talking about her. I didn't want anything to do with her. I'm killing it over here covering the Karen Reed stories. And she's just like, well, I have to get involved. I have to. See, I sent him a fake email and he read it. Okay. No, that's the thing, John. I didn't even fuck her. First of all, you've seen what she looks like. And I think we both know she is not intimidator worthy. Okay. And that's the crazy part about this is I didn't even fuck her. And she's this crazy for me. Like not even close. Didn't kiss her. Nothing. Never came on to her. Nothing. A judge asked her that one time why she was so obsessed with Lauren Murray and following Lauren Murray around and stalking Lauren Murray. And she's like, well, because Aidan, because she's friends with Aidan. And he goes, are you in a relationship with him? Were you? And she's like, no. And then the judge is like, so what the fuck do you care? Order granted, psychopath.
John, because Colin thought John had him under surveillance, but I don't know if he really did. Colin was also a huge part of bullying a girl named Erin Beatty. Pretty bad. Oh,
that's true. That's true.
Erin Beatty is
oh yeah, I wrote something true and it made it sound believable.
And a lot of people thought, oh, is Tom Beatty in on it? No, Tom Beatty has since been accused of having sex with Karen Reed. And
oh my God, guys. Oh my God. So Tom Beatty and Erin Beatty, and I've been talking about these names for months now, but I think that I got it. More pleasure than proving what a retarded this guy is in front of almost 1,500 people.
In front of 1,500 people. Imagine bragging about 1,500 people. Oh, good for her. That's so many. Good job.
That's what that woman wants to be doing right now is having relationships. Well, she's basically a prisoner in her own home, can't go anywhere. And is like, trying to save John O'Keefe's guilt. We know he was at the house. It's a fact.
True.
Word is that he was asking Erin Beatty for a ride out of there.
He was.
She didn't answer. She called him the next day. He said, never mind.
Yes,
Called him
it's
back.
true.
She was sleeping.
That's fact.
And so that's interesting.
You're right.
And we know that the Beatties are like the only ones in town that didn't get in line with the McCabe.
True.
They didn't.
That's a fact.
They're not like Carrie Roberts. Like Carrie Roberts has been a good dog. Good Carrie. Good
Yeah,
dog.
she is. Good dog.
The Nagel kids. Julie Nagel, who's Brian Albert Jr.'s girlfriend.
No,
And,
that's a mistake. See, there's so much shit I didn't know back then. I had no idea that Brian Albert Jr. was homosexual like that, but it all made sense when I saw Julie Nagel and I heard him testify and the mustache came out. It's like, oh, I get it now. It makes so much more sense.
The other Nagel, Ryan Nagel.
The other Nagel.
They've been team. Whatever.
So he's complaining right now
Mercy.
that every single witness to this incident has remained consistent with their stories implicating Karen Reed. That is what he's like. This is the absolute cocaine Adderall addled mess.
Yeah, if you believe that Karen Reed is innocent, you're actually on Adderall. And by the way, I do take Adderall. It's a prescription drug. You can get it from your doctor. Believe it or not, it's crazy. I know it's fucking crazy.
Of a condition that this man's brain is in. Right?
Yeah.
42 grand jury witnesses. 42, right?
Oh, 42.
Not to mention the people that gave statements that didn't make it to the grand jury. Like, yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
all these people are bad people because they haven't changed their story from the beginning. It hasn't changed to benefit his narrative regarding Karen Reed.
Yeah, imagine saying that now that their stories haven't changed. Jen fucking McCabe's story has changed several times. Like when she testified, and all of a sudden Karen Reed said, "I hit him," but she didn't tell the grand jury that, and she didn't tell the police that. And oh yeah, what time did Caitlin Albert leave? It was 12:15, but now it's 1:45, so that changed too. Everything fucking changed with these people constantly. Julie Nagel saw a shadowy figure, then it turned into a 6-foot black blob as time evolved. Every single one of them has fucking changed, and she's sitting up there laughing, all like condescending. Like, oh yeah, they're so stupid. There's people, these guys would never lie. It's not like they have a family member that could go to jail over this. No.
Yeah, they're good dogs for that, apparently. Or they're telling the truth. And
oh yeah, totally.
Reed is a lying whore who doesn't want to take accountability for the tragic loss of life that resulted from her negligent drunk driving. I don't know.
Sarah Levinson, shut her fucking mouth. They did their job. Emily Fabiano did her job. They shut their mouths. Been bullying Tom's daughter for quite some time now. So they're saying he was also a huge part of bullying this girl, Erin Beatty, pretty bad. This emailer doesn't. The fact that this emailer calls it this girl, Erin Beatty, suggests that they don't know that I know who she is. Shows what kind of person he really is. I really think what happened is he followed through with what he was saying about John. That sounds so fucking legit. Again, we will look into that. But that is the first time I've heard this angle.
Yep.
That Colin Albert is selling drugs.
First time
I would
heard.
not be the least bit surprised if Colin Albert is selling drugs. And that
I wouldn't.
Might have known about
Did his inner drag queen just come out there?
So to be clear, like I wouldn't be surprised if Colin was selling drugs. I mean, would that surprise anyone? If any of you found out Colin Albert sold drugs, would anybody be surprised by that? No, but I see no evidence of that. So I'm not going to report it as fact. So that, John DePetro, is where the Colin Albert sells drugs angle came from. Your girl, Krusty Panties. Somebody on. So all this shit, all the McAlberts are getting harassed, and poor Colin's had his life turned upside down, and they're calling him a drug dealer. That's the source. That's the fucking source right there. Krusty Panties. It was Krusty Panties. She's the fucking source. So there you go. There you fucking go. So anyway, fuck on that, DePetro, pussy. How come John won't come on? He hasn't got. Did he get back to me? Nope. He's not getting back to me. He's not answering. So we'll see if he calls later. Okay. Let me refresh the donos right quick. And turtle chats. All right. Candace sends $10 and says, I might regret this, but why do you call her Krusty Panties? Oh, we have a video for that. Does anyone have the video of why we call her Krusty Panties? Do we have is that on our YouTube channel? There's a clip of it. There's on one of basically, and I think if Laura from London was awake right now, she would just send it to me. I'd have it in 1 second, but we're on like 4 o'clock London time. So basically she was like sleeping mooching off some friends. She was the best man in her friend Eli's wedding, and Eli has since can't stand her anymore. And so Eli and his wife came on the show and told us that she left her rotted, crusty panties in their house, like on the floor. Like she didn't clean it up. Like she's just fucking disgusting. Like what? Like I talked to her mother-in-law, or and she left period blood all over the fucking. They were staying at the house, all over the bread. Oh, she's gonna get to me in a minute. She's gonna get to me in a minute. She says. So yeah, no, it's just fucking just the most disgusting pig ever. And word is the McAlberts and O'Keefes, although they are gracious for the fact that she's been very loyal to them, they're kind of getting sick of her shenanigans because she's kind of making it all about her. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is Brett. I have no fucking idea what happened to that loser. Haven't heard from him in a long time. Don't really care. I'm sure he's still talking about me doing his thing, but is what it is. Okay. Next up. Might have missed you talk about it. What are your thoughts on the Microdots waterfall video? Oh, I wanted to get to that tonight. We'll do that another time. I thought it was amazing. Thought it was amazing. Go check it out. And I should have Richie on sometime. Do like an interview with Richie and talk about Microdots. We should do that sometime. Yeah. So thank you. You're my favorite person on the internet. Keep winning. Much love. Well, thank you very much, Candace. Danielle sends $10. Goes, yes, East Ham. Sorry. Damn talk to text. I was driving and clearly didn't proofread. That's okay. We love you. Do we have any cash apps? Oh, I got the Krusty Panties video. Rod sends $5 and goes, anonymous. You're not anonymous now. Grant's brother Cam is rapper LV Montana. LV Montana. You heard it here first. LV Montana. So thank you very much. Grande's little brother is a rapper, and his music sucks. His music sucks. All right. Let me see if I think I was just sent the video. Okay, 5550. So this is when we interviewed messages. You said that her kids spent almost their entire lives in either foster homes or Andrew's sister had them for years.
Gotta watch
Kate
this
would do
episode.
everything in her power to make DCF think Andrew's sister wasn't stable. Andrew, by the way, she calls Andrew her husband. She told me that she was married. She's not married to him. You know that, right?
I know she told us that they went to like New York or something for a weekend and they got married. But then afterwards, when we were hanging out every day, she told
Kate
me
was the best
married to
man in
another
this
guy,
woman's
the
wedding.
one that lived in like New Hampshire.
So I'm trying to read what else we got here. So you talked about the AA meetings. We talked about the DCF. Once I went to Kate, went with Kate. Oh, when she pimped out Jade. Remember she pimped out Jade. So she was in rehab with this chick named Jade, and then she ended up being Jade's pimp and like selling her body for crack or some shit. Like, I mean, she is one of the most ratchet individuals to ever grace the face of the earth ever. For a visit at DCF with her kids, there was an incident in which they were being inappropriate with each other. And you knew about that. You knew about that. How did you know about that? Yeah. See, her children, according to her DCF reports, were two, when they were put in a foster home, the older two, they were touching each other, I guess, and they had to be separated. And that's, as my old pal Brett said, that is learned behavior, like,
listen, unless her daughter was at the liquor store, I don't believe Kate found her for 1 second. Not one.
I think,
dude, to get your kid taken in Massachusetts as a female, bruh, you literally, they gotta catch you fucking pimping her out and fucking lighting your crack pipe off its head.
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget what happened in DCF care with her son and her daughter. Like, that was learned behavior. That was learned behavior.
That is 100% something was witnessed or done to Fiddler on the Roof there, her son. And he acted out the same behavior because he thinks it's all right. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying this shit because I hope these kids go through, like, best case scenario, they never see their mother again and they get therapy.
Right.
But the world we actually live in is one of where under her fucking care, one of them fucking played Connie with her own fucking sister and put some digits in them or whatever the fuck he did. And the other one's running around sucking dicks for fentanyl and cocaine. That's not the kid's fault. That's because their example as a parent and a mother and a beacon of, all right, how am I supposed to be, is bottom of the fucking barrel, son.
That's her friend Brett, who was on the show. That's her buddy Brett that was saying that about her kids. Or about
I have no doubt this broad's been fucking sucking dick for a fucking way to go. Like, I don't want that to be the
kid?
truth.
The kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he said about her daughter. What about this?
I mean, two aren't there. It's two that aren't there.
About a girl with about sex, having
And
sex.
one of them buried his digit in his sister. Do you understand that, man?
Brett was funny when he was on our side. He was funny. Like that.
Hey, Mom. Wait. Mom, what are you doing? This is what grown-ups do when they're in love! You're a retard.
Okay.
No, it's just like I said. I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. And there'll be people tomorrow talking about how much of a scumbag I am from liking this. I don't like that her kid's a fucking mess.
No.
But you don't only need to look at Kate. Kate is the root cause of all of this. And someday karma comes for its payment. And she'll get it. And we will sit back and laugh because we still have a great show and you're sucking out of the dick. So fuck you, deadbeat.
Like you, Brett, you won't be part of it.
Stop it.
And that whole, they're lucky I don't let my daughter say her piece on it. I dare you, kid. Listen to me, Kate, you fucking dumb cunt. I dare you. Dare you to let that little fucking psychopath out of her cage.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I dare you.
I did.
I dare.
Right.
Well, she's real good at fooling stupid people. Like that is a skill. I mean,
Hi,
you look
come
at
on,
her
give me a
audience and stuff. Hey, you were stupid. I got stupid a little. We made the mistake. I'm talking about the ones that even after this are gonna blindly defend it. They'll be like, well, maybe her vagina had COVID. That could happen. Panties thing is the cherry on the piece of shit sundae. Like, what the guy there say? It looked like her fucking cunt had a nasal infection.
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Something like
14 year, right?
Listen, when she's 18, give it a shot, Kate. I fucking dare you. When that little fucking semen demon cunt is 18, send her out here. Have her do your light work, kid, because I'll bury her like I buried fucking you piece of shit.
I bet she won't.
Benedict Arnold, Judas cunt.
If
Fuck
she's
you,
in
you slimy bitch.
What?
Oh, indigenous isn't when you put your fingers in a dog's butt?
No.
Oh.
No, that's what Kate's son put in his fucking sister. That's what the fucking indigenous.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
How about? Oh no, you guys want to keep?
That's not an allegation you get to make, you piece of shit.
Oh no, it's actually in the DCF report.
No, it's not.
You know, but seriously.
Oh my God, that's horrible. That's so horrible to say those things. You know, like.
A quote said, "Do you regret fucking with Lauren M?" No, Meatball said.
What? Okay. All right. Anyway, I could listen to those all day. Those never get. Oh, so I got to play the Krusty Panties part. It's at 55 minutes, I'm told, where she talks about Krusty Panties.
That lived across the street from the school, and after his mom passed away, she treated him like shit. They broke up, and like Rick was just finally the nice guy friend moved into the position, and Rick knocked her up. And I mean, Rick's a nice guy, you know, but he's an addict as well.
Yeah, I mean, nothing ever surprises me.
She definitely has a type. Absolutely.
Oh, 50.
An addict that's weak-minded enough to let her control.
That's
yeah,
her type.
and so sad because they're nice people. They're nice guys.
It went. Rick was the first. The father of her first kid. It was also named Rick, I believe. Rick Kelly.
Rick Kelly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
no,
I think her actual father's named Richard too.
Oh,
I think so.
I thought Stephen was the father of all those kids.
No. Rick Kelly is the girl's father, and she got him hooked on drugs. So I talked to Rick Kelly's mother about this. Kate used to live with them, and Kate one time, this was like the final straw with her. She said that they slept in her bed, her and Rick, and Kate got period blood all over the sheets and just.
Yeah, she told me that.
Period blood, way worse than that, all over some shit, some clean laundry.
Let's hear. So you told me a story about that. Let's hear about it. I want to hear how this is. Tell me about what she did. Tell me about what she did. What did she do?
After we had like told her, get the fuck out of our life, like you suck ass, and we're not fucking your friends anymore. Go the fuck away, never come back. Basically, I go in my room, like there's a stack of laundry folded laundry on top of my dresser, and it was like clothes that Kate was borrowing right while she was there. So I didn't want them back, so I just put them. I would wash them by themselves and dry them, and I would fold them up and I would put them on top of the dresser, and that was her spot. And some of her clothes were there too. So after she left, I'm gonna just throw that shit away. So I got the trash can, I'd go throw it away. I pick up a stack of the clothes, and like part of the way through, and there's dirty clothes in between the clean clothes. There's a pair of panties in there that I don't even know how the hell to describe to you.
The crustiest, dustiest, nastiest drawers this side of the Mississippi.
I don't understand how that happened.
Like shit stains?
No, like something from her vagina.
Like
stains. Like it looked like crust and like
blood
green
and maybe a little
like,
bit of shit. Oh my god!
It was all kinds of just.
It's
I
like
took
her
pictures. I don't
vagina
have it
had
anymore.
a sinus infection.
But I took pictures. Yeah, it looked like her vagina had a really horrible sinus infection and like exploded. It was terrible. I printed pictures, and that was one of the things that we did at the newspaper to try to terrorize her. Is I took those pictures and I showed them to everybody at work.
Do you still have them? Do you still have them?
Look what she left in my house. And I showed everybody. She was like livid, but she didn't say anything to us.
She left them at your house.
Stormed out. Yeah, like first of all, why wouldn't you put it? They're dirty, clearly. Hello, that's the dirtiest I've ever seen of any underwear ever. And I have 6 kids and have all potty trained. You know, like, come on.
That's a biohazard. How dare you?
It's biohazardous material.
Oh,
that should have gone on a red bag.
God, that is fucking
It's the most disgusting
nasty.
thing I've ever seen. And that includes those gross shows on TV that show you all kinds of gross stuff.
Yeah. Oh
Nasty.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you said that she, we had her stay with us and basically babysat her every day and make sure she took her, what's it, in abuse?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how the Krusty Panties got her name is she lived with those people and she was the best man in their wedding. And then they had a falling out and she left her rotted crusty panties that looked like her vagina had a nasal infection. I'm just quoting them. And because you asked, and that's how that's who Jennifer McCabe had over for a Christmas party. Like, imagine, like, think of how far Jennifer McCabe has fallen. That is who she has to befriend. Her and John DePetro. That's what she's got left. Yikes. Even if they get away with murder, would you really want to, if those were your friends? You know, is it worth it? Yikes. Anyway. All right, cool. All right. Anybody else have anything else before I go on vacation? Let's see. Let me just refresh the turtle chat. $10 from Jenna. It says, I love watching your videos. Which ones? Nobody has the balls to confront these people like you do. Keep it up. Which videos? Okay, thank you very much, Jenna. I appreciate that. Balls, keep it up. I don't know if there's some things in there, but all right, thank you. Why are we covering this? I forget. Because that's the person. That person was on Court TV as like the official spokesperson of the O'Keefes and the McAlberts. Like that person. So I'll be gone for a week. So we'll miss 2 shows. But I'll probably be checking in here or there. I'll be on Twitter. Who am I kidding? But anyone else have any questions? I don't have the Cam Ellis video. I need it, though. What is it, Montana LV? And again, that's the source of the no fucking way. This guy is. He doesn't even have a video. It's just him sitting down. Is this him? Is it? Hold on. We just got to see.
Fucking till you Gucci though. Baby girl, you're so beautiful. I can put you in the movie role. But it's not gonna be no movie though. We can fuck until you Gucci though. I'll be ballin' baby girl. Come into my world. Yeah, you know it's D Montana. Hey, I be going hammer. I be riding around. And I got my 30 toe. I be ballin' now. Run up on me, you get slow. I'm just sipping on this lean. Baby, come fuck with the team. Yeah, we rolling off the beam.
We got to free that guy charged with witness intimidation because he did nothing wrong. His music does suck. That's fucking horrible. King, is this really Grant's brother? Grande's brother? No.
These games with you broke my heart into 2.
Is this him?
Now I don't know what to do. Baby, why did you do this to me? It was supposed to be you and me. Now I can't do anything, cause you're on my mind, and it's killing me. Baby, why you do me like this? You know you were my first kiss. Now I'm sitting here and I don't know what to do. I just wanna be with you. I got you all mad, I got you a bag. I'm sitting on M's, it's making you sad. You see my new girl, you stare and you laugh, but deep down inside it's making you mad. I'm flipping the script, I'm popping these tags. You see all these tracks and make my pants sag. I'm sipping this lean, I'm whipping the jag. I'm on now and it's making you mad. You call on my phone, you blowing it up. Forever you call, I'm hanging it up. Back in the stool, I'm making these hits. You send me a text, you say I'm a bitch. I text you back, stop running your lips. I'm chasing these racks, for chasing a bitch. You fuck with me, I'll empty the clip. Fuck all that talking, I'm trying to get rich. Done with you, I can't play these games with you. You broke my heart into 2. Now I don't know what to do. Baby, Baby, why did you do this to me? It was supposed to be you and me. Now I can't do anything, cause you're on my mind, and it's killing me.
Sorry, tell me, is this really Grande's brother? He's... Bro, this can't be real. If you fuck with me, and this guy's witness, how are you gonna? Because his friend said like he thinks he's hard on his videos. He wanted to be in the game, now he's in the game. Is this really Grant's stupid brother? He's got that had 10,000 views with 10 subscribers. Oh, there's a lot of hate watchers out there. What's this one?
Pull up to his fucking spot. Broski got the drop. Now he hiding, talking to the cops. Don't talk that street shit and do that. Boy, that gotta stop. Now we going to your mama crib. Bro, just grab the Glock. My watch, look how I flex. My whip, look how I flex. My bitch, look how I flex. My chains, look how I flex. My guns, look how I flex. I pull up with shooters.
This is it. It's him. It's definitely him.
Watch how I flex. I'll fuck up a check. My watch, look how I flex.
That's a street in Belmont.
Look how I flex. My bitch, look how I flex. My chains, look how I flex. My guns, look how I flex. I pull up with shooters. You pussy get stretched. Watch how I flex, watch how I flex, I'll fuck up a check.
Flex, flex, text, text, up in your Tex-Mex, with your Chex-Mex. Oh, we got it. Oh, you know what else? Okay, you know what I get? You know what I thought of? Since we're doing rappers here, real quick. All right, so in the freaking data extraction from Fake Victim, she calls Gianetti all the time. So now we have Gianetti's phone number. So now I think we need to call Gianetti. Let's get her. I just got to pull up her phone records real quick. Okay. All right. Gianetti, where'd he go? She called him all the time. Auntie Cheryl. Oh, Mike Gianetti. Okay, here we go. We're going to call him right now. You know about the Stoughton thing? Who's this? Star 67. Okay. I definitely don't want Gianetti having this, although he's probably got it. Who am I kidding? 648.
Message in error. Please hang up and try your call again.
Oh, of course it's not in the server. Let me try again. Star 67. 648. Hold on.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service. If you feel you've received this message in error, please hang up and try your call again later.
Okay. So Gianetti, the phone that he used to communicate with Fake Victim every day, right around the time I was arrested, is out of service. So there's that. Okay. So, oh well, it was a good time. I hacked his. I haven't talked to him since he confronted me outside. He was there when I got released from jail. I believe it was like him and Grant that greeted me when I got out. He was there after the 22nd hearing. This is him. Oh wait, we got another one. Oh my God, he's so ghetto. Holy shit. How is this Grande's brother? This is Grande's brother? Like, what is going on with Cameron Ellis? No wonder this. I mean, he's talking about like, I'm intimidated and shit. Stop it. Stop it, Grande's brother. Oh, and I got one more video sent to me. Let me see if I have this. I'm not sure what this video is. Let me pull it up. All right. I don't know what I'm about to play here. This was sent to me. So I got to play this.
So are you good old Krusty Panties?
I am a good old Krusty Panties.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Oh, you know what's funny? In the cell phone data extraction too. So Tim Bradl went on the Young Jurks. Oh, this is funny, actually. Tim Bradl went on the Young Jurks on December 13th, right? And now that we have fake victims cell phone data extraction, we're able to see, like, we see that she was texting Krusty Panties, and they were talking about making fake names and stuff to go on Tim Bradl's thing and, you know, fuck around, I guess. Like, and so I went back on it and I noticed this. So, like, Natalie Hughes is apparently her fake name. Okay. And she's writing stuff like, let's see if I find the good one. Why aren't you addressing your knowledge of Karen Reed's guilt? Okay. Fake. Thank you. You're confirming Karen Reed is guilty. And I said, no, I got the right one. Don't forget your birth control. I said, this is on December 13th. Cause I thought it was fake victim. And, so, but apparently it was Krusty Panties. We've now learned from the data extraction. I said, how's your life in Medfield? You give yourself away too much. Sorry, Aidsland, you got the wrong person. I did. It was Krusty. I did. But she said she calls herself Krusty in one of these. Isn't Aidan trying to get Krusty charged with witness intimidation? So this is Krusty on a fake account on the Young Jurks on December 13th, using a fake account and referring to herself as Krusty Panties. I know this is her because I have the text messages between her and the fake victim in which they're talking about using fake names and writing on there. And Krusty Panties goes, he thinks I'm you. He thinks I'm you. So there's that. So it was amazing. Like when you put all the clues together, like put the pieces of the puzzle of the data extraction together, it's just fucking wild. It's just like, oh my God, you have no fucking life, huh? Like none. But anyway, guys, I'm at my batteries I haven't charged my computer this whole show. We're at 4%. So I'm going to call it a night as opposed to charging it. Love you, fine people. All right. Keep up the good work, guys. And we'll see you guys for the next episode of Live Show. It won't be till about 10 days from now. All right. But hopefully nothing too crazy happens when I'm gone. And but if something does, impromptu live, obviously, from the Cape. All right. If you're down in the Truro area, you know, don't be jealous, Jill. Don't be too jealous. You can come. You can say hello because I have a thing. What is it called?
Okay, no, you don't because you're a fucking loser. Oh, I went to Truro because somebody gave me a thing.
So I'll be at my thing, and we'll see you guys all when we get back. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.